Can-on spray.
Well, I guess once we figure out our characters, I guess we could decide whether level 0 or level 3.
I'm good with either. Honestly,
I'm
I
good
can
with
lean.
either as well.
I can lean towards 0 too, because I mean, it really the goal base is going to be we work off of the narrative. So I mean, I'm good with either.
Right.
I mean, if you guys want to start at level 3, most character builds get a little bit more stuff starting that way, but it just, I mean, I'm good with either way.
I vote
'Cause my
for 3 because that means I'll be that much closer to getting some dragon eggs.
Okay.
Yeah, so again, up to you guys. I want you guys to have the most fun. So if this is like you guys want to go with this, like I would definitely suggest, because this is like a good stepping stone. But again, first 3 levels are gonna go very, very quickly. That's the only like counterbalance to it, because it's like, you know, you kill a rat and you gain level, and then next one you kill a bear, you gain a level and a half.
Right. Straight up RPG MMO freaking system, yo. By the time you get up out of bed, it's like you put your foot on the floor. That's half a level. You got out of bed and put your shirt on. You're level 8 before you leave the place.
100% is right, and you get bonus rested experience. So enjoy that while it lasts.
All right, so
I'm good
Autumn's
with,
in.
level 0 because I'm like learning how to swim.
Okay, Scotty's level 0. Aaron, 3 or 0?
0 plays more to my backstory in my character development, but it can go either way.
I'm gonna go with level 3 too, so it's split decision. So at that point, we go to the dice.
Hi.
All right, so 10 and up. All right, DM.
I'm rolling.
Who wants to roll? Anybody want to roll?
You guys can't make the decision.
Oh, yeah.
I'll let the dice make the decision for you guys. Hey! From you guys, from Spencer and Autumn, the clear, cool dice. All right, let's see what happens here. Oh wait, I guess I rolled a nat 20, so this is pretty good dice already. All right, this is what we'll do: 10 or below, 0. Anything above 11 is going to be level 3. All right,
level 3.
13. So you guys,
level 3.
oh, yes. So there you guys go. Scotty, don't worry, it's not a very big change as far as 0 to 3, because you're basically going from 4 health points to 12 about, depending on your class. That's about average for spellcaster and rangers. And then for like skills and things, you have more stuff to play with. That's the only big differences. And you guys aren't going to be spending the next 3 to 4 sessions in a row after we're logging off doing an hour's worth of paperwork just to figure out what's going on. All right.
All right.
Why you gotta talk? Why you gotta talk about me like that, bro? I have to recap every.
Paper warrior, you.
What's that?
Said you paper warrior, you.
Dude, I gotta write down everything.
I take lots of notes too. Don't worry. Aaron, did that link work for the new stream? I figured I'd just cheat.
Yeah, I did.
All right,
Yeah,
cheating
I
the
did.
system. I just copied Discord.
I had to turn it off because the lag. I'm hearing like 2 different things going at the same time.
Just
So they go,
mute
"Shit."
that out. Yeah, you can right click mute on the screen or whatever. All right.
Trying to figure out how to get it on.
So let's go over character creation and what that looks like, because that's what we're all here for. All right. So in the player's handbook, it basically starts on page 17, and that's where we're going to look at our races. So you got dwarf, you elf, halfling, human, dragonborn, gnome, half elf, half orc, or tiefling. I know a couple of guys already got something going on for your characters and what you're wanting to see for your race. So go ahead and pick that.
That's what it's actually
I didn't see one for Cotton Ball.
That's like halfling. That's 100% halfling right there.
Oh, got it.
Hey.
Shit. Okay. Even better. Oh, this is gonna be good. Okay.
All right, let me test this out here. Okay, so all right, so I'm gonna go ahead and use, for example, the halfling. So that way you guys can kind of see what it looks like for character creation. So, for example, let me grab my pencil and paper because I do see.
There's latency on it.
I only have pens, so this is gonna suck. Oh wait, no, I got a pencil right here. All right, so basically, you're gonna look at underneath the page of your character that you want to play, underneath your traits. So the first thing you want to check out is your traits, because that's gonna give you like some sort of base stat or base bonus. For example, for humans, they get +1 to every single stat, which is because they're general of the mill, especially in fantasy world. You're as average Joe as they come when it comes to humans. Until
Yeah,
exactly.
They're so
Look,
good.
look. Okie dokie. Job's done. So a little bit of Warcraft 3 throwback. Anyway, so you're gonna go over your traits. So for example, halfling. Actually, we should just make someone's character so that way it's not double work. Autumn, you already got something?
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah. So I'm a Tabaxi sorceress.
Okay, that's right. Okay.
So I don't
Okay.
know what to do from
So
there.
we'll go over sorceress, or sorry, your race is Tabaxi, which I think, do you have the stat link for that? Because that's not in the standard handbook.
yeah, that's not in the
Would I
book,
go to
so
like D&D Beyond to
Yeah.
like find that,
So-
or
Yeah.
I think I got
Looking it
one
up
right here.
too.
Hold on.
Tabaxi traits D&D 5th edition. All right. So here's what you're going to do.
The
All
wiki.
right, I got it right here. I'll just use this.
Right arm. I say the fandom .net one has.
Yeah, so we got
pretty
ability score. So what you'll do is, what I find the easiest is I'm going to put like my bonuses on the side of the paper. Make sure you're using a pencil. That's why I said I'm pretty much screwed if I had a pen right now, because there'd just be nothing but marks all over my paper. So ability score increase. Your dexterity score is increased by 2. So I'm going to put a +2 next to dexterity, and then your charisma scores increases by 1. So then I'm going to go to my charisma +1. So this is how I'm going to set up my start right here. Is going to put a +2 right next to the stat, and I'm put a plus back here because we're gonna get more stuff. Your background, you're gonna get more stuff. So let's just keep that in mind. Now it goes over like your age. So your age is like basically like your background stuff. So like, oh yeah, I'm a level 40, or not level 40, age 40 Tabaxi, which is like really in human years that's 4 or whatever. So that way it just kind of helps build your lore and helps build your background is basically how you can kind of look at that. Now, your alignment for Tabaxis, they tended towards chaotic alignment. So chaotic neutral, chaotic good, chaotic evil, chaotic. Now they let their impulses fancy their decisions just like a cat. So like keeping that in mind, this is basically your alignment is how you role play. So let's just say I'm playing a cleric or I'm playing an elf. An elf is normally lawful. They love rules. Like elves are all about holding up like the empower of the group and making sure that the government is run great and just all the bonuses that come along with being lawful, which I usually play chaotic good anyway, so I have no clue what a lawful person would be like. But you can read about it in the player's handbook, so that's a plus. Okay. Now size is very important because size is what affects you in combat.
Well, hold on. What does she choose for her alignment?
Oh, there's nothing specific right now. I'm just going off the list.
Oh, I got you.
All right.
I got you, bro.
All right, so size tabaxis are smaller on average than humans and relatively slender. Your size is medium. So medium is going to be a 1x1 square is basically what that's saying. So I'll take this into consideration for you guys. You guys don't have to remember this. Your speed is going to go in the speed box. So for tabaxis, their speed is 30. So I'm going to write that right there inside of the 30 box, the speed 30. So again, if you're human, you're gonna write that down. If you're an elf, you're gonna write that down. Same, so on and so on. Now, for feats and traits, so your bottom right box on your character sheet is going to be your additional features and traits. Traits. I said treats because I'm like reading all talks about cats and felines and things. All right, so leave me alone. Dark vision. They have dark vision because obviously they can see at night. So I would write that in this bottom right box here on this paper. So at night they can see 60 feet at night, as if it were bright light, and then you can discern colors in darkness, only shades of gray.
Y'all got different character sheets than I got. I used your link.
So
What?
on mine, would it be? It says I have advantage on saving throws against poison and resistance against poison damage. Would that be
Yeah,
the
so that's
feat?
part of your traits of your character, so of your race. Scotty, did you have a question?
Oh no, I'll just listen to
Okay.
Spencer and.
Don't listen to me. I'm retarded. I'm just rambling over here.
Yeah, you're rambling about the character sheet, how it's different.
Yeah,
than the one we
mine's
got.
different.
Yeah, mine
Mine's
looks like
different
that as
than
well.
what we got.
I mean,
It's okay.
yeah,
it's
the
all-
box is
all
a
the
little
same
bit
shit.
different. I think I have one of those too.
Like I said,
Yeah,
I was
it's
just talking shit because it's all the same.
yeah. The online
it's
one's
just
a
a
little
different spot.
different.
I think I have one. Well, yeah, so my bad. All right, I don't have one on me, but that's okay.
So in the freaking book, it don't tell me. Oh, because I gotta have race dog.
Dude, I just told you start with
I'm
your race.
screwing up. I have all the race stats down, but they're kind of jumbled up and
We have quite the interesting
Yes.
group. I don't know exactly what Spencer is, but I know he's Marshall, and then we have 3 spellcasters.
Guys, you guys are kind of.
retard who flies around a lot.
Listen, you guys would be glad you're starting at fight level 3 because then you have a chance to survive. So, you know, that's a good thing. I mean, that's just a plus at this point.
Yeah. Hindsight, yes, that's good.
All right.
It's all good. I can breathe underwater.
All right. Cat claws for Tabaxi.
Oh wait, I mean,
Hey, are you writing these? Just want to make sure you're writing these down, Autumn.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
You can probably copy and paste if you're using like the online version. Cat claws, because of your claws, you have a climbing speed of 20 feet. Normally, I think it's 10, so you're basically double. In addition, your claws are natural weapons, so you can make unarmed strikes, which is a 1d4 plus your strength modifier. So keep that in mind if you want to play more melee. However, you are a spellcaster, so you're gonna have to kind of balance that one out. And they do instead of bludgeoning damage, they do normal damage for an unarmed strike. Cat's talent, your proficiency in perception and stealth skills. So this is pretty good. So proficiency. So there should be like some bubbles or like some check marks or something on like this general area because now I have to be like general with everything.
Yeah, mine's like sort of at the top right under character name, proficiency
So
bonus.
proficiency bonus, we'll worry about that in a second. But if you guys got a bubble or a like check mark, you're gonna go ahead and highlight that out. So for example, feline agility. Wait, where did I just read that? I skipped 2 lines. Cat's talent, yeah, proficiency, perception, and stealth. So I'm gonna circle those bubbles. Perception, boom, stealth, da-la-loo. Okay. And then going back up, Your reflexes and agility allow you to move with a burst of speed. You can move on your turn in combat when you and you can double your speed till the end of the turn. So she has natural dash. Once you use this trait, you can't use it again until you move 0 feet on one of your turns. So you have to like sprint burst. That would go underneath your features and traits.
Mhm. Okay.
Can someone show me what sheet they got for like filling in those bubbles and stuff and the check marks?
I got this
Oh,
one.
okay. So yeah. Same thing. So yeah, you're definitely gonna put like a little circle or something next to it. Yep. Perfect. Those look good. All right. And then languages, you're going to write that in the box that says other proficiencies in languages. And so you're going to go ahead and put specifically here for Autumn, you can speak, read, and write common and one other language of your choice. So one of the languages like Orc, Draconic, Gnome, Angelic, Celestial, anything like that. So that basically covers the class for, race for D&D. Now we have actually 2 sorcerers, so we might as well just build a sorcerer.
Who else is a sorcerer?
I am,
Who?
That guy.
but I'm not the draconic bloodline. So
Oh, did you choose like the wild magic?
yeah.
That shit's cool.
Hell yeah.
Well, the
I
dice
know.
chose for me.
I almost went with the wild magic,
Oh, dude.
but because of the
I was
backstory,
so-
I just go with draconic.
Truth be told, I was completely freaking conflicted on that because I'm glad when we kind of hinted towards both. You know, I knew Autumn was a sorcerer, but I was like Aaron's like saying some stuff that kind of made me think it was going to be a sorcerer. Like, okay, that made my decision. The thing I wanted to talk to you guys about earlier because I was literally thinking about doing the wild magic as a genasi because of the spell plague and stuff. But there's a whole bunch of stuff. But anyway, go ahead.
That would have been good. 3 sorcerers and 1 melee. Okay. So if you guys turn to page 45 in the player's handbook, this is like a good spot to check out like your saving throws and proficiencies for armor and your primary strengths. So page 45.
You're 45.
My D&D is 45. My dice's age is 45. Yeah.
55.
Okay, so here with this, we'll go off the sorcerer since we got a couple there. So it's a third from the bottom. It says a spellcaster who draws an inherent magic from a gift or bloodline. Now your primary ability, your hit die is a D6. So go ahead and write that down in your hit die. So D6. I'm going to put that in the spot. So there's an actual spot for this.
Got my D10.
And next is your primary ability, which is charisma. So I usually just put like a little star next to it just to note that like, oh, that's my primary stat when I'm trying to build out my character. So that way I just keep that in mind, like, okay, I'm gonna get the most bonuses if I build into this. Now I've had my fair share of characters where I did the complete opposite, where I was a wizard, but I had a 8 inside of like charisma and wisdom. And my strength was super strong. So I was like an idiot that would throw a fireball and not make it 30 feet. Like, it was great. Just fun. Fun
Perfect
stuff.
for the
So
nerd.
so just things you can do. I've also played sorcerers and warlocks and that don't have a single offensive ability. So it was all improv or it was all something that does not deal damage. It was like, oh, make a magical vase of flowers appear. Well, vase of flowers that's made out of nothing does nothing for damage. So good luck trying to figure out how to deal damage with that. Nevertheless, I was still successful, and actually the DM made me respec at level 7 because I was screwing over the party, technically. I was doing pretty good, but he's like, you know what? I'm just going to give you 2 free spells. Just choose wherever it's on this list. And he like wrote out a list of only damage spells. I was like, all right, I'll take these 2. And they were the most passive ones I could possibly find, which
And then you literally
Yeah,
never
exactly.
use
Yep.
them.
I think it was like Thunder Step, which is like when you leave and enter an area, you do
Yeah.
X amount of damage within a 10-foot radius. And so I would just use it to like do stupid stuff. Anyways, enough reminiscing. This is you guys' time. Just want to give you ideas and thoughts and things. So sorcerer, our saving throws are Constitution, Charisma. So if you haven't already, go ahead and bubble those in. Constitution and Charisma.
Say that
Yeah.
again.
So
What now?
on this list, what are you? What are you again? What are you?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm
So
a
you're
fighter.
fighter. So you look at fighter. You're gonna bubble in strength and Constitution. Underneath your saving throws. Yep.
Saving throws?
And then you're going to write down your armor proficiencies. You definitely want to keep this. So like underneath other proficiencies and languages, that's where I would put these. So like for fighter, all armor. I mean, yeah, you're a fighter. Shields, simple
Armor.
martial weapons.
Shield.
Sorcerers, daggers, darts, slings, quarterstaffs, and light bows. Light crossbows. So basically anything ranged.
You guys better be casting them heal spells.
I'm sure. I mean, the druid might be able to help out depending on what.
Yeah, I actually have what was my spell that I would like.
Oh no, we lost your audio again.
Will a healing word work?
Sure will, to a
Mhm.
degree.
That's a con. That's a cantrip, isn't it?
Level.
No, that's a Q1
that's
spell.
actually a
Level 1
burner.
spell.
Burner. Straight
All
burning.
right. So now for those sorcerers, you guys are gonna have to go to your respective pages for fighter, and then druid. But sorcerer is not.
Should have been a barbarian.
Pages are sticking together because this is an old book. All right, sorcerer's on page 99. All right.
Yours.
Hell yeah, it was. That was my highest level character. Actually, was a sorcerer.
That was how I was born.
Came out of there shooting fireballs out of my
Well,
titties.
You know, however you want to deal with your fireballs is you're up to you. All right, so sorcerers. You don't have to read really any of this. You just need to look at this sorcerer table and then also your class features. So everyone has their own table on basically the second page of wherever it says the title of your character. So it says like druid, it's going to have the table on the next page. Bard, table on the next page. Okay, so sorcerer, table on the next page. Class features, we're going to go there first. So your hit dice is 1d6 per level, and your hit points are going to be your 6 plus Constitution modifier. Now, this is where it kind of you can risk it or biscuit, which this is what Spencer's going to do, is you can roll for your hit points, or you can take a flat baseline number and go from there. So just make sure has everyone got their numbers filled out. So the 15, 14,
Yes.
13, 12, 5. Okay.
Yes.
Yep, and we just put those in the best one.
Yep, it's the best there is.
areas.
Now, I actually want to go over this with you guys here real quick because this is actually very important as well. And we're not done tallying up all these numbers, but it helps out with it. So as the tabaxi, there's already proficiency within dexterity, right? So for this one, I put strength as a 15 and a 14 because I'm building like a fighter type of sorcerer here. But for example, see this 14 right here? It has a +2, so it gets bumped to 16. So what does that mean? So for these, you get bonus points. So at example, an 8 is a -1. 10 is a 0. 12 +1. 14 +2. 16 +3. So every even number you go up, you get a bonus point. So And how that plays into that actually gives you like your nature roll, your medicine roll, your investigation, your stealth. It gives you all these other benefits and whatnot based off of what your pluses are. So for example, since I have plus 16 in dexterity, I have a plus 3. Now, if I go over on the right side and say sleight of hand requires dexterity, I've got plus 3 dexterity to my roll. So if I say, hey, you guys, someone roll for dexterity. Can you get out of the way of the arrow? Let's find out. So you roll. I roll the 9 plus 3. That puts me at an 11.
Are we putting the modifiers on the saving throw like places, or are we gonna put them?
Yeah,
They go in the
so
little bubble.
your
I'm pretty sure is what
your
you're
ending modifiers are going to go underneath. So
Okay.
little bubbles.
In the
Yep.
little bubble area. Okay.
We have proficiency.
So I
each
yeah, I like to
every-
change these around though because on your background you might get another bonus from somewhere. Like it just really depends. So get ready with your pencil because you're probably going to erase something. Now let's get the health points ready. All right, so it's going to be your Constitution modifier. So if you want, we can go ahead and jump to backgrounds real fast to see kind of what you guys' backgrounds look like. Honestly, don't think any of them give points except for one, if I can remember correctly, and it's like rare. If anyone takes it, it's like a crappy one. Those are going to be on page. On page 127. So on page 127, for example, it gives you skill profession. Alkalite gives you 2 skill proficiencies in language and equipment. All right, actually, let's go back. I don't think we need to try to remember right. Yeah, not in this player's handbook. It doesn't have it. All right, so don't worry about that. So finish off your numbers here on the left-hand side of the page. So fill all these out. Get your proficiency bonuses, which is going to be those. Huh?
Right, and you did sorry. Go ahead on the proficiency bonuses again because we're starting at level 3. So I got a lots of shit as a fighter. So I got to try.
Yeah,
to
proficiency
catch up here.
bonus is still +2 for everybody. At least it should be +2 for everybody. So you can see.
It doesn't stack.
Look
out
at
of
the chart. I don't think it hits until level 5.
It's every level it reads +2 for the fighter. But that's not +2 per level. That's just it.
It's
That
just
is
2.
+2.
Yeah.
Period.
So at level
Got it,
20
got
is
it, got it,
like
got it.
6. Like it's just flatline 6.
Got it.
All right. Hit points. Autumn, you ready?
Sure.
Okay, where are you held up at? You good?
I think I'm good. Other than you talking about like the hit dice and the hit points. Whenever you brushed on
Okay,
that real
yeah,
quick.
so that's where we're at right now. Perfect. All right, let me grab that. Yeah, no worries.
Oh, okay.
You're at the right spot.
We glassed
Yeah,
over.
well, I'm going to go
dice.
over that right now. And also I'm going to put the for those who want to listen to a playlist, this is what I have for today's session. You can kind of listen to whatever order you want.
You got background
Yeah,
music?
normally I play this like on like the Alexa speaker and just kind of like have it in the background.
Would you quit like quintuple tasking? We just can't even get one thing done.
Well, don't worry. It'll all get there. We're working on it as a team here. So, hit points. It's time to see how much health and how much slap you can take. All right? So, first level. Everyone is different. Everyone has a different first level, okay? So, got to pay attention. For example, for Sorcerer, so Autumn and Aaron, this is going to be 6 plus your Constitution modifier. So, it's going to be 6 points. So, just put this like on a separate side, like put it on the Like I just do it in my current hit points, so I start like adding them up. So I'm gonna put 6 plus your Constitution modifier. I was an idiot, so I only get +1. So I didn't build this character right at all. Again, I'm just kind of like messing around with the points. So you guys would put whatever your bonus is, right? So Constitution modifier. I got a 13 on this bad boy, which gives me a +1. So that means 7 points, which is pretty much terrible.
The modifier is the
Yeah,
+2
so it's
that we
this
just talked
number
about.
underneath this right here. So you're bubbly. I think it might be a square on that other paper. I might be wrong. Okay.
Yeah, I got you. I was just making sure it wasn't
Wait,
adding
so
Constitution to it.
okay, so with what I chose for like where I put my points in my like little bubble, my 15, 14,
Yeah.
13, 12 stuff, how do I know what kind of little like how did you know it was a +1 for 13 Constitution?
Yeah, that's
your
the
modifier.
bonuses. Yeah, so many years of Dungeons and Dragons. I don't even know what page it's on, to be completely honest, but I do know that the stats for starting off at level 1 is -1 for 8, 10 for 0. It's 12 points is a 1, 13 points is a 1, 14 points is a 2, 15 points is a 2. So how it works is it's +1 every 2. So 10, 11, 12, I'll get 1. 12, 13, 14, 2. 14, 15, 16, 3. 16, 17, 18, 4. 18, 19, 20, which is max.
Okay.
5.
It's on.
Isn't
it's on,
10 to 11
Yep.
0?
Yep, +0.
yes, it's +0. So it's on page 13, top right hand corner of the player's handbook, and I can't. It's I see if I can put it up there so you can see it because I know you don't have. So that's the chart. That's
Oh
how the
yeah, I see
modifier-
it now.
Okay, so I definitely see now why you would kind of change those things up a little bit.
Right. So you get like 1 is -2. 2 to 3 is -4.
Yeah, that's if you got like a real low number.
Okay. All right.
That's if you're rolling for stats, which this would suck. Like I did it once and I hated it. Like I'm glad you guys will be like, well, this is awesome. I'm stepping into D&D with some guff and buff. Like, let's go.
Seriously.
All right.
Okay, I'm up
And
to
Autumn,
speed.
do you have a book? I'm so sorry. I forgot to ask. Okay. So
No.
I'll have to I'll read off some of the stuff here for you. Wee Player's Handbook. I think there's a free one online somewhere. I can't remember.
Got
Yes!
8 hit points.
Level 1, 88 appearance. Okay, so now we're going to go to number 2. Level 2 and level 3. All right, so hit points at higher level. For sorcerers, so Autumn, check this out. You get a 1d6 or 4 plus your Constitution modifier after your first level. So you can technically, if someone had a +2, they would get 6 points every level if you want to do that. Or you would roll a 1d6 plus your Constitution modifier. So you can roll for it. That's up to you guys. I know Spencer's definitely already done rolling.
I'm going for it. I gotta find my D10,
And
dog.
your choice, you're not married to this choice. If on level 4 you're like, I don't want to roll for my stats anymore for health points, you can change your mind. It's okay.
Why is
So if I'm 8 right now, and my modifier is +2, and I roll a 2, do I add 4 to 8?
Yep. So now your
Is that
second
what I'm
level,
getting?
it was 2 plus 2. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's what you're at.
Okay,
All right.
that makes sense.
Here we go. The official Troy's first time I've used the giant dice in actual game. Here we go. That's a 7,
So 7
bitches.
plus your Constitution modifier. You'll definitely need that for your fighter class. That's why it's like kind of.
But I got
Yep.
one more.
Yep.
I got
Don't
one
forget,
more
you
'cause
can do this twice, everybody. So you're gonna do it. So you have
That's 7.
so 7 plus your
Again.
Constitution. What's your Constitution modifier? Probably +2. Yeah.
+2. So I got 9 and 9, so I got 18. And I started with 12 at first level. So
Yeah.
I'm beefy.
This is what you call a thick boy.
Okay.
All right, Autumn.
Oh, fuck.
You can
Okay.
choose.
I'm sorry. I've been dealing with like numbers and stuff all day, so right now my brain is a little fried. So I can choose whether to roll my 1d6 plus my Constitution modifier and add that to what I already
Yes,
have
that's
on my
correct.
first level, or I can.
No,
What was
you
the other
had it
option?
right. So you already rolled for your hit dice on level 1, right?
You roll your d6, or
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, go for it, Scotty. Roll d6
or it's the flat number that the player handbook gives you, plus your Constitution
Perfect.
modifier from level 1.
What was the number?
Okay.
for sorcerers is 4 plus your Constitution modifier. So I can imagine you're probably at a +2 for your Constitution modifier. Or no, because the Tabaxi doesn't give any bonuses.
So does that?
Hold on, because that gets kind of confusing. So instead of doing the 4+2, or you're +1 with the sorcerer, so you're gonna get. So you can choose to either have 5 for level 2, 5 for level 3, and add that to what you had at your original hit points. Or you can roll a 1d6 and take the chance of getting 6 for level 2, and then roll another d6 and get a chance of getting 6 again. Or whatever. You may end up with a 1, who knows. But you can take the chance at rolling the dice for level 2 and level 3. Or you can just take the flat line laid out thing, which is 4 plus Constitution modifier, which is your 1. So it makes it 5.
Yep.
Okay. All right. I got it now. I'm on track now.
And so once you've added your Constitution modifier, then you just add that to what your level 1
Yep.
hit point
Yeah.
was, or
So,
okay.
Let's see here. 5. Okay. So this is really bad handwriting, but so basically what it is you rolled for your first level here. So 6 plus 1, that's 7, and then here's my second level 5, and then my third level 5. So that's going to be a total of 10, 21, 22 hit points.
21. Oh, yeah. Okay. So I'm
Damn,
rolling
that was
for
better than
level
me. I only got
2.
18.
I got a
Wait,
7
I
and
put
a
too many
nice.
pluses in here. Hold on. 10, 16, 17. Sorry.
So
I gotta say, 18 for a sorcerer, that's pretty beefy.
Did you roll or did you take the flat 5 there? Autumn.
Rolled.
decided to roll.
You rolling
Wait,
on?
Aaron-
rolled.
Wait, Aaron, you rolled too?
Or another 7 or an 8.
I
Oh,
rolled.
3 sucks.
And what did you end up with, Aaron?
18.
Ditto.
What the
Okay,
fuck?
so
You must have rolled high.
10 plus 9
I
plus
rolled
5. That's like 24 at level 3.
How'd you get 24 as a? What are you, Scotty?
I'm a druid. It's a
Holy
roll a d8 plus your Constitution modifier.
Yeah, we're getting a dragon perk round. I know
I'm actually kind of offended because I only got 20 and I'm the
Yeah.
fighter of the group.
Yeah, fighters usually get upset pretty easily.
And then my modifier is a +2. So yeah.
It's all how you build that character.
Mine is too.
All I gotta say is give me some of them vine whips so I can start smacking people. We good.
Wait, did I even choose that?
Thorn whip.
Thorn whip.
There you go.
There it is. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. All right. So now we're past hurdle number 1. All right. All right.
We're making hella progress.
Nope.
Background.
All right. On to paragraph 2.
Nope.
Proficiencies within your character class. So for sorcerers, they're glass cannons. They really don't wear any armor and they have no proficiency in armor at all. Now they are good with they're good with the little annoyances of what we call weapons: daggers, darts, slings, quarterstaffs, and crossbows. So
Don't you wave your wand at me, Harry.
now
I need a half staff because quarterstaff's too big.
perfect. Do it. Do it. I love it. Your saving throws.
Wait, Wait, how tall is the tabaxi?
They're
I know it's
huge.
medium height,
Yeah, I
but
think.
They tall.
Well, they were on the fandom place. They had said like tabaxis range from like 6 foot to 7 foot.
oh yeah.
To me, that's not medium.
That's
a
huge.
really big
But-
cat.
That's a
Yeah.
big ass pussy.
yeah.
I'm,
So I
I'm
was
only 3
thinking
foot.
literally like kind of. Oh, I think like maybe 5'5". Is that like an average
What?
person size?
Who?
Like
Are you cutting it? Cut out. I didn't hear it.
Yeah, I'm only like 5 to
5'5"?
6
Is
feet.
that like an
Yeah, 5 to 6 probably average for human.
Mm-hmm.
yeah? So let's just go in the middle. We'll go with like 5'5".
For tabaxi?
It's what I strive to
Okay.
be, guys. Yeah.
You,
Tabaxi.
What's
Okay.
Go
medium
for like
height?
an even
Well-
7. Be
It
lucky.
should tell
well,
you in your
humans
character
are
thing.
5 to 6. Tabaxis are 6 to 7.
Okay, so they're like
Yeah.
closer to the giants. And
Giants are like
Dragonborn.
8, 10.
Hey, don't you count out them Genassis, bro? We got a little bit of celestial in us. We're from like 5'10"
All right, water
to
boy.
like 7'2".
Okay, so I'm gonna go with 6'5".
That's good.
Well, I can only
Right in the
max
middle.
out at 3, so
6'5".
Solid.
I think Spencer will appreciate that.
Hey, Spencer, what's your strength at?
A lot.
You guys can get creative with characters. So just I'm gonna put that out there as you guys talk about height and size and things. All right. So next we're gonna go over tools, which is none for sorcerer because they're just naturally adept to everything that's magical and whimsical in the world. And then saving throws, we already written down. So everyone already wrote down their saving throws, which was on an earlier page.
Yeah, we
We
filled
got
up
the
for
bubbles. I
those.
like that. Skill, and then skills.
Scantron.
So you get 2 skills that you get to be proficient at. So I'm sorry, skills. Just kidding. That's right. You get 2 skills to be proficient at. So you choose 2 more. So it depends on what it says. Some of them say 1. Most of them say 2. I don't think any of them say 3. That's probably in a different book. But skills.
I don't know.
Well, I know my character gets
Total?
6. Yeah, with
Yes,
like
yes.
background
After that, yes. But I'm talking about like just this building phase. But
This year.
I see what you're
Oh,
saying.
just this? Yeah, okay.
I've got my eye on you, Gazelski. Guskowski.
Through it. It's already breaking the game. We haven't even started.
All right, so we got that. So, Autumn, go ahead and choose these 2, or any of these 2. You don't have to choose these particular 2. Arcana, Deception, Insight, Intimidation, Persuasion, and Religion. Religion. I was off the persuasion and the intimidation roll, and I said religion. Okay.
Hey, Sally, where do I put this? I don't have a skills bubble. I don't have a skills
Did
bubble.
they ever describe what these skills actually do
Yes.
in the player handbook? 'Cause I
Um,
couldn't find it.
It's under your classes. Oh, like what they actually do, how to use them. I got
Let me
you.
find it.
I'm gonna put that under other proficiencies. I think because I don't have a.
Yeah, it should be there.
Don't yell at me, Scotty.
I'm just looking at where I should put it as well, and that's where I chose to put it.
Ooh, background.
So this is really for like your role play. Like this is where like this is where it really comes into effect. Or yes, it's really specifically just role play. So there's a site I just found, and I'm gonna just double check that it's okay. I'm gonna click on a couple links real fast. If my computer blows up and I go away, you guys know why. It's because I sacrificed for you guys.
It's I'm sacrificing so much.
Okay,
The CPU
this is good.
exploding.
I'm gonna go ahead and pop this over here to you guys real fast. So, for example, Arcana is based off of of course, your intelligence. So, with Arcana, check your abilities to recall about spells, magical items, eldritch symbols, magic traditions, planes of existence, and inhabitants of those planes. So basically, what it's going to be is like role playing. Like, so Scotty, you're like, the town seems like natural, right? And you're like, hey, I think something might be going up here or like going down. I'm gonna do Arcana check and see if I can see anything like magical or like sense anything, and then I'll be like, okay, give me your Arcana check.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you for this. Because I was like tearing through the player handbook today trying to figure
You're
out like,
welcome.
what the
Yes,
heck's all
glad-
this.
And that's what the difference between the sheets like me and Troy have and the sheets you and Spencer and Autumn have is they actually put the skills next to
Yes.
what the modifiers are. So
That
it makes it easier
I like
to
that
locate.
one better. Is just I didn't hook up my printer today, so I just grabbed leftover papers I had laying around the house for D&D.
Right.
Well, like mine says like insight,
Yep.
wisdom.
Exactly.
Is that what
So
you're talking
your
about?
insight gets your
Yeah.
wisdom
Okay.
modifier. So, and if you're not proficient in it, you don't get a proficient bonus. So, your skills, you're adding 2 more skills that you're proficient at right here. So, if I want to be proficient in Arcana because I feel like I'm going to role play into more Arcana or that matches my background, I'm going to put a bubble on that one. All right. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so
Yeah.
Autumn.
So you put your modifier is what it is. Correct.
Yeah. Autumn, you choose any of those 2 and put your bubbles on there?
Not yet.
So again, you get to choose between Arcana, Deception, Insight, Intimidation, Persuasion, and Religion.
Okay, I'm gonna definitely go with
Okay.
persuasion. And probably, I guess,
Yep.
insight.
Insight's like good to use for like, hey, if someone's like telling a lie or something, or you want to see if someone is like a good person or you know just kind of like judge a character, things like that. Again, this list goes into a lot more, but this kind of yeah, true intentions of a creature. Man, that said it way more scientifical than I could say it. But yes, same thing. Body language. I didn't know that one was included. That makes sense though. Oh, I got some studying to do in that. All right, so that's good there. And then you got your equipment. So you start with the following equipment in addition to the equipment granted by your background, which is cool. This is your stuff. You get stuff and things now, okay? Let's not get too excited there. Hey,
I need stuff.
we're getting
We're
things.
just 4.
All right. Autumn, write down this.
Mhm.
A light crossbow, 20 bolts. And then do you want to use a dagger, dart, sling, or quarterstaff?
Um, well, I already have 2 daggers from like the equipment stuff, right?
Yeah, we'll just say that's cool.
So I think I want to, well, because it says under equipment, I think it says the light crossbow, 20 bolts, any simple weapon, a component pouch, an arcane and focus, dungeoneer's pack, and an explorer's pack, and 2 daggers.
Yes, you can have more if you want or not.
For like my what?
Take the more.
Okay. So with the uh, so then I can choose like the daggers, darts, slings. quarterstaffs or like
Yeah,
crossbows.
so
Is that right?
you can totally go off the book and not do a proficiency weapon. So like dagger, dart, sling, quarterstaffs, crossbows, and you can just like do an axe for a sorcerer if you want. You know, I'm not gonna ask you why you chose that, but I would let you do it. Okay, so your choice. You can do that or not if you want.
So funny.
And then yeah, take your 2 daggers, and that's where. Okay, so now you guys are gonna fill this out. We're not to that page yet for damage and things like that, like what it does, but I think it's like 1d6 or something. Right here in the middle, there's like a weapon, attack dice, and like total damage right here in the middle somewhere. Somewhere on your paper. I know it's gonna be in this general section. So name, attack bonus. You can name your daggers like tinsel and pencil or whatever.
So I guess like I could take like as like a proficiency weapon doing like
Totally.
a quarter staff, but then like with my background stuff I could have like bolas.
Yeah, we haven't got there yet, but I'm gonna say go for it.
Do I have to
Quarter staff and 2 bolas. All right.
All
Which
right.
I think those are the 2 balls connected by a rope or something, and you throw them at people's ankles.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
For catching people.
It's like
running away.
Thundercats, Kit and Cat.
Oh, is
have
this
them.
what you're going for? I might introduce Leonatius. Whoa,
Thundercats, ho!
listen, we're here to have fun, all right? If you guys aren't having fun, I'm not having fun. So, you know what? You might find your squad later on in the story. Goes every time. Let me see here.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
there's some crazy stuff. Oh, I think Circle the Spores. That one is neat. That is, I like that.
I'm starting off
Okay,
with the
nice.
Circle of the Moon.
That's in the PHP, right? The moon one. Yeah.
Yeah. But like I wanted to do where's like an
Asmir.
Asimar character with some like random ass circle was it? But then I'm like I don't have the books for that, and I haven't like researched it enough, so I just went with the
Yeah,
what was in the
Asmirs are
player
neat.
handbook.
They're definitely different. I think they also too get wings, something like that. If you want, you can pull if you want to redo your character sheet after today.
I like
Okay.
what
I'll
I did.
always give you guys the option of one rewrite. Just heads up. And if you die and you already use a rewrite,
And
too bad. You're something completely different. All right.
all right. Like I already came up with
Oh,
a small
hell yeah.
backstory and stuff for
Okay.
for that,
I'm ready for it. I'm excited.
and a reason
Okay.
for the seed.
We'll find out. Ooh, story. I love me a good plot. Okay, spell casting. Okay, so real quick, your table is going to give you features based off of your level. So let's just go over that real fast. For example, let's go to the fighter, which is not on this page. All right, let's just do druid, since that was the first page that opened up. Druidic and spell casting. Wild shape and druid circle on 3rd level, you don't get nothing because you're already stacked as heck. All right, so then basically as druids, you're going to look on your page 66 and then learn about what you can do. Druidic. You know stuff. And this is more stuff that you get bonuses on. Others spot the messenger's presence and with a successful D15 wisdom perception check, but can't decipher it without magic. So basically you can like put your hand on something, leave a message there, and then walk away, and then someone can like read it later.
And also search for other messages
Yes,
that some
yep,
people
exactly.
have left.
So you can do that. You got your cantrip. So this basically you're kind of like building off of your character. For sorcerer, you get spell casting. You're a sorceress origin, so you can be either a Actually, we just talked about that. Draconic, Wild, and or Meta Magic. Oh no, just kidding. Meta Magic comes with everybody. Because that's your third level. So Font of Magic is your sorcery points, which will get complicated later on. However, basically know that this is basically your ammo is your points. So if I fire off a level 1 and I have a level 1 point, I now have 0 bullets left. I can't cast any more of the level 1s. I'm out. If I have 2 different level 2 spells, but I only have 1 ammo, I can only cast 1. I'm done. I'm spent. You're done.
All right, and that's where our table.
Yep, your table
in, right?
is now here. So your points, based off of basically your actions, things you can do for sorcerers, called sorcery points. So at level 3, they have 3 points. And if you go across it, it says right here, you know up to 4 spells and 4 cantrips. So your spells that you know are 4 from the first ranking spells and 2 from the second ranking spells. So now you can only cast 3 a day. You still have a pretty big pool to choose from. Now let's look at the druid here real fast, since I had a bookmark on it.
I was gonna say, can you give me that one more time with like being a level 3 with you said 4 spells from
Yep,
where
you get
and
4
2 spells
spells
from
from
where?
level 1 pool, and you get 2 spells from the level 2 pool. And that's found in the back of the player's handbook. Yep. So for
Okay.
druid, yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Good question.
The hardest part about being a sorcerer
Spells.
is choosing the spells.
Yeah.
It's probably just the same thing
Now
for
let's
me.
look at the fire. See what he gets. I don't think much. Actually, I think you get rage. Do you get rage at level 3? Without barbarian, I might be mixing that up.
No, that's barbarian. I only got at
Action
level
surge.
3. At level 2 I get action surge. At level 3 I get my martial archetype, which that's what I've been doing. I've been trying to read Champion Battlemaster or the other
Oh
one. I
yeah,
think I'm
those
gonna
are
do Battlemaster.
good. Okay, yeah, that's cool. You guys will be able to synergize pretty well here. So fighting style, you got your second wind. Second wind is awesome. Basically, obviously you're basically a fighting tank at this point because you're a thick boy. And then you got action surge. 1 use, I think, is per day. If I'm not mistaken. Yep. Finish a short or long rest.
Yep, short or long.
Fighting style.
Uh,
So I think you choose one.
And at 5th level, I get
You already chose a fighting style, right?
I'm gonna go ahead and go with Battlemaster. I think, yeah. Or fighting style is
Two-weapon?
2-weapon
Okay.
fighting.
Okay. Yes, lots of damage. And then Battlemaster. Okay. Yep. You're doing it right. Looks good. Okay, and then Scotty, you good? Awesome. Aaron?
Yep, so far.
Yep, I'm writing down
Okay, we're
spells
skipping
right
it.
now.
Let's go. All right, and then Autumn, I know you don't have a book. However, do you have up to what we talked about already?
Other than like choosing the spells, but yeah, everything that we've talked about since. And I have
Sure.
one other question though for you. Whenever like with the tabaxi, it says they have proficiency in perception and stealth. Do I need to bubble anything in for those?
On the
Or do
dexterity.
we just
Perception and stealth.
stealth.
Yeah, you're going to put your bubbles on that page on this right here.
Okay, I just wanted to make
Yep,
sure.
you're welcome.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Got it. Okay. Creating spell slots. Oh wait, yeah, that's right. This is where sorcerer gets a little bit more confusing. Okay. Because sorcerers are naturally adept to magic. So basically you have a built-in recycling to your compartments in your brain or something. I don't remember the exact background of how this happened, but if you are out, okay, let me step back real quick.
Is
Okay.
it?
Your spells that you get are based off of your hold on. I think it's you can cast 4. It's based off of spells known. I believe it is. Because your sorcery points are your recycling chamber. For example, if I want to cast a level 2 spell slot, but I'm out of spell slots, like I don't have any more, but I want to create one out of thin air, I can burn 2 points and create a first level spell slot to make my ammo back. And then shoot that fireball. Just kidding, that's like a level 4. But you can shoot out whatever you want, or, you know, because sorcerer. Okay. Let's go over your guys' saving DCs and attack modifiers. This is a group thing because we all have them. Then we go back to the fighter because I think you get a bonus. Me.
Yep.
Me. Okay, and I think it's based off of your battle.
Your
Yep.
modifiers, right?
Nah, they're making characters.
All right.
Hi, Andy.
Scotty's in there. What up, Scoot?
All right, so everyone's going to want to kind of follow their DC bonus based off of their subclass of what they chose. So, for example, Battle Master has maneuver save DC equals 8 plus proficiency bonus plus your dexterity or strength modifier. You get to choose. Now, for spellcasters,
Well, hold on. You went through that quick. So maneuver, support, superior dice, or saving throw. So I can choose one of those 3.
because you're doing Battle Master, right? Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
So maneuvers, superiority dice, saving throws, you're gonna have to kind of go over that in detail because it's a little much. Because if you go over to maneuvers, you have like 2 pages of like more reading than a sorcerer has.
Right.
All right.
Right.
So page 2, we finally get to use this sucker. So what this looks like for your spell slots and fun things, Druid definitely gets to fill this out. Honestly, Spencer, if you want to like just get like a lined paper and write down your maneuvers, that's usually what I do for a fighter. It makes it easier, especially having the lined paper, so you can kind of put, okay, I'm doing rally. Okay, what plus is that? Or I'm doing a defense. What plus is that I get to give? So just to kind of give you guys little tips and tricks. For all of our
Yeah, but I get
maneuvers. Yeah, that's going to be a fun read for you. That's going to be a little bit of time. For your all the spellcasters plus druid, which is technically a mix. You're on this page now. So we're going to figure out your spell save DC. We're going to find your attack modifier. We're going to find out all your guys' bonuses right up here. So again, I'm just sorry, Scotty, I'm going off of spellcaster or the sorcerer right now, and then I can hop back to the druid to figure out exactly what that bonuses look like if you need help. So spellcasting ability is your charisma is your spellcasting for your sorcerer spells, since the power of your magic relies on your ability to project your will onto the world. Okay, so you're basically Spider-Man with Arcana. Okay, like that's basically what it is. But we got to figure out how that works. How does your web work? This is terrible analogies and things. I apologize. Spell save DC, let's go with that, is 8 plus your proficiency modifier bonus plus your charisma modifier. So with these, you guys got to be careful because these will level with you. So if something goes up, like a proficiency bonus, your spell save DC goes up. If your spell attack modifier is at where it's at right now and you level up, it goes up as well. So, Autumn, you're going to go ahead and write down spell save DC on this second page right here is going to be 8 plus 2 plus your charisma modifier, whatever that is. I think it's a 1. So 8.
So it's a base 8 plus your.
Yep.
Repeat that again.
8 plus proficiency modifier. So that's everyone is 2 right now. Everyone's +2, and then your charisma modifier. Now let me look at the.
Charisma.
Okay.
Oh no,
It's going to be
for me,
different.
it's
So
wisdom.
yours is 8 plus your proficiency modifier plus your wisdom modifier, because that's your spell casting. That's your and you have to study for spells. So your wisdom is what makes you there. Since sorcerers just basically crap out magic at birth, they just have charisma as their spellcasting ability. So that's that.
Dude, oh man. I'm sorry, I stumbled on some really cool shit for the fighters. The weapon bond is really good.
Mhm.
It's really
Just
cool.
Cool stuff. And then your spell attack modifier, Scotty, is your proficiency bonus. So that's going to be your 2 plus your wisdom modifier, which is 4. So all that means that your spell attack modifier, I say, hey, roll for hit, which you're going to roll d20. And when you roll that d20, it's going to be whatever you roll. So I rolled 19 plus 4. So I hit 23. I mean, that's pretty much a hit at anything at this level. And then for Aaron and for Autumn, you are 8 plus spell save is 8 plus proficiency modifier plus charisma modifier. And your spell attack is your proficiency bonus plus charisma. So it's 2 plus blank. So whatever your charisma modifier is. So Autumn, I don't know what your, I think your charisma is 1 plus 1.
Yeah, so I have my spell save is at 11 and my spell attack
Perfect.
is at
Yep.
30.
Sounds about right.
Wait, I don't get that. That's under the Eldritch Knight. Darn it.
What do you want, Spencer? You're a fighter. You use your hands. Be a man. Use your hand. You don't get magic.
Oh, I know. No, I was on. I read through in the Eldritch Knight section is like down on the pad. So
Oh.
I skipped right over it and like I was reading into it. I'm like, wow, this guy gets a lot of feats, and it was like, oh shit, that's Eldritch Knight, not Battle.
Fair
Oh,
bet.
all right, Aaron. All right, Druid Circle. So I'm gonna have to work with you on this one, Scotty, based off of your wild shape. So I'm gonna base this off of like what your background is. So the more detail you give me with your background story, the more animals you get. Is basically how this is gonna work out.
Okay, so
You do.
I gotta really
Yep.
think about
So
this.
based off of your background, where you're from, what the area looks like, because wild shape is based off of what you see in the wild that you can imitate and then turn into that type of animal. Again, it's been a while, but I believe that's exactly what it is for this without reading 3 paragraphs right here. Actually, it's the first sentence. You can use your action to magically assume the shape of a beast that you have seen before. So I will giveth you with what you giveth me. All right. Perfect. That was good, man.
I've seen a squirrel and bug and some crawdads and some butterflies.
Did you give the spellcasting ability one?
It's spell save DC is 8 plus your proficiency modifier plus your charisma modifier, and spell attack modifier is your proficiency bonus plus charisma for sorcerers.
Okay. Well, what's the third?
What?
spellcast
What do you mean?
ability?
You're
Ain't no third.
okay, so sorcerers you can cast spells, you can also create spell slots.
Got pee.
And then and then you also get meta magic at level 3. Yep. All right.
Just fun.
I messed this up whenever I played my first time. So to make sure that you guys are on the right path, you choose 2 of these. You do not have access to all at all the time.
Yes. Correct.
It took like probably until level 6 till the DM was like, wait, have you been changing these every single time? I was like, yeah, man, I'm a sorcerer. And he's like, no, you only get 2. Like, go back and redo your sheet real quick. Okay. Think,
Okay, so you only get 2. You can only choose 2 things from like
yes,
from
meta
meta
magic.
magic. Is
So
that what you're saying?
careful spell, distance spell, and power spell, extended spell, heightened spell, quicken spell, subtle spell, and twin spell. Glass cannon build is quicken spell and twin spell. We're not going to be using any somatic or verbal components for you guys because that is like D&D level 5. As in, like, you've been playing for a few years and you're like, oh, I see do I see any mulberry bushes around? Because I need reagents to go ahead and cast my spells. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna hold off. It's up.
Okay.
Huh?
It should just come right out of my hands.
Yep, just
Comes right out of my hands.
Well, we got like some classes that need to like chant something. They have to have their idol in their hand. They have to have their spell casting medium. A druids, they basically need to be carrying a pharmacy with them whenever they cast. So,
Thank you, sir.
like,
Right.
like twigs, like you got to have a tree on your back because everything deals with like bark, moss, and twigs. So, I mean, we could. I honestly don't like it. I'll give it up to you guys. If you guys want to do it, we can. It doesn't sound like that's something we want to deal with.
I'm not a huge fan. I don't like that. I also don't like that, which this one is DM choice, but the whole like we have to have water for a journey or get provisions and stuff like that to make a journey. Like we have hunger issues and things like that. Like that's on your choice whether that works with your
Yeah,
narrative
since
or
we're
not,
not
but I'm a
doing
huge fan.
like somatic and verbal components.
I say maybe after
Yeah.
like the 5th
Yeah, like
campaign.
the when we get like more advanced where we've been playing, if we've been playing for like a year straight every single week, then I'd say yeah, let's upgrade the campaign until you got to have all this stuff. Here's a base of like provisions you guys get. You guys got to collect the rest. So
Okay, because one of my spells needs components, so
okay, yeah,
I'm liking
yeah,
this right
definitely.
now.
Yeah, a lot of them. Some of the sorcerers, I think the higher level ones, I think some of them actually require like a diamond that's worth 1,000 gold pieces, and 1,000 gold pieces later on isn't going to be too bad. But you know, to burn a spell worth 1,000 gold pieces is like ugh, rough. All right, and that wraps up the character, class, and subclass. Based off your subclass, read it, weep it, check it out. What's going on? You're gonna see like additional bonuses and stuff. Nobody gets ability score improvement yet. We'll talk about that on level 4, which we get some cool stuff. Cool things happen on level 4. All right, let us move forward in the book of the player's handbook. Where the hell is that page at? Personality and backgrounds. All right. We're also going to roll for gold. Okay. Background is on page 125. It's got a guy with a mace and some sweet looking armor. Actually, looks kind of mediocre, but it has armor. Yep, 125 backgrounds. Ooh, sure.
Can I ask you something real fast? I know you said for sorcerers we have no armor, so does that make like our armor class like 0?
Yep.
Or
Yeah,
Okay,
we'll
I just
actually go
wanna
over
check.
armor because I think you get cloth and it's like a +1 or 2 or something. Wait,
Itchy wound.
You don't have armor, but
Wait,
she's asking
yeah, we haven't
about
got to
AC.
that.
We haven't got to AC.
I think it's like 8 plus dexterity.
Oh, is
8
that
plus
what
dexterity
AC
plus
is?
armor.
Oh. Okay.
Sorry. It's
I don't know. It's just a cool little shield, and I put like a no armor, so it's
yeah,
like, well,
unarmored. We'll get that to a second because it's a flat 10 plus dexterity. Okay, backgrounds, guys. Page 125 is where it starts. Inspiration. Inspiration is worded by a DM. If you do something cool that I like or I like your role play, you might get an inspiration point. Inspiration point allows you to take a D20 and re-roll it.
Daytona.
That's basically how that works. I don't want to go much into it anymore. 127, because if you guys want to go into it, we can. But that's the basics of it.
I got a 15. What am I rolling
Re-roll
for?
at disadvantage. All right, 127 officially starts the A's for Alkalite and then kind of moves through. So this is just kind of helpful for building your character background and like your story and things like that. So Alkalite, you can roll a D8 for your personality traits. It's up to you how you want to do this. You just want to pick off the list that resonates with the character that you want to build. Just go for it. If you want to roll for it, go for it. If you want to take all these things and put them together and make something special, go for it. Your equipment is important. For example, Alkalite, they get these following bonuses: skill proficiency, insight, and religion. So they get bubbles on insight and religion. Languages, they get 2 more choices. Equipment, a holy symbol. 5 sticks of incense, vestments instead of common clothes, and pouch components containing 15 gold pieces. And then everything has their own thing. Huh?
real Troy, I know you guys have like a book for this. Is like what? Should I go on like the D&D Beyond and look
think
up
it should be there, yeah.
this? Just so I can read some into it.
So we go personality and background.
There you go.
Let me see if
I
can come
got
up
the
with a
list
link.
here for you. Yep. Whoops.
You got it? Yeah.
Let's,
Okay.
bam. There you go.
Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome.
Perfect. Thank you.
Oh, here we go. All right. So just take your time to do this. Typically, inspiration points get awarded to those who like play really close to their 4 things. So, for an example, in the normal sheet right here, you have your personality, ideals, bonds, and your flaws. So, for example, if you want to make up your own stuff, you can have like a personality trait where like you're super outgoing, you're a people pleaser, social butterfly. Your ideal is that you hopefully want to rise to power one day, whether that be in some sort of like kingship or government position. Your bond is you would die to recover any sort of lost knowledge based off of your family's like religion. And then your flaw is every time you see a snake, you cower and run away. Or like something fun you could do, or you could be like, what they have in this book is I'm inflexible in my thinking, so you're stubborn. So no, I will not do this because I don't believe in it. Blah 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 blah.
All right.
Now, in mine, it has equipment. Says a pouch containing 10 GP. Should I keep that, or should we just?
That's
do the
bonuses.
roll?
You get this is extra. You're getting extras right now.
Okay.
So we got all these here. Criminals. Skeleton. So you guys might want to just write down the bonuses of what you get if you guys want to play a little bit tonight here, because we still got a little bit of a section to go over. Because then now we're gonna get to our equipment. We're almost done though. We only got 2 chapters left. Hell yeah!
Yeah.
But we'll all have fleshed out characters. And also, when I say, hey, you guys update your characters, we're not going to do it as a group again. So take advantage of this time. so we can learn it and everything.
Yep. That's what the hour before
Figure out
What's up,
what the heck
Eric?
it is. I'm trying to find this cantrip to figure
What
out what
cantrip
it
is
is. The
Prestidigitation.
prestidigitation.
It's basically you can like make sounds and like lights and stuff. It's very flavorful type of cantrip. You can cantrips you can cast as many times as you want. It does not cast a spell slot, so it doesn't take up like a one or anything above that. Prestidigitation is based off of a thaumaturgy, I believe. So
Okay.
yeah.
You can be like, hey, cast
Oh, I found it.
presentation on the fighter's butt and make it start talking. Like there's throwaway, like not quite that, but you know, it works kind of in that way. You can come up with stuff. There's actually a spell for like casting sound, and but that kind of
267.
bad example, but
Yep, I just found it.
Prestige. Yeah,
any
I was just gonna say that this is a great flavor for role players and or
yes,
this can be used great in fights. This is just a good one to use to think outside the box because there's a lot of things that you could do with it. You can use it at baseline too. There's just lots of fun stuff. Spencer, what were we gonna say? All right, cool.
No, I'm good. I got it. I got all my stuffs. I'm a fighter. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
you just
simple.
got
My stuff's
like
easy.
14 paragraphs to memorize.
Yeah, you know. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
referencing a lot. So I'll be like, hold on, I can do this, but then I need this dice.
Yeah,
and
you'll definitely
adding all
have
the-
to read
yeah.
those off to me for a bit because I don't have those fully memorized. I have a lot of the spellcasters because that's predominantly what I play, and Druid is like my crossover.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I'd say I'm druid and I've been druid and cleric, so this is a new one for me too. So we're gonna be referencing
we're all
a
learning
lot.
together. All right,
Imagination.
it's time to get your gold. Gold time. Okay, so how this works is based off of your class. You're going to roll the dice based off of your class, and it's found on page 143. And you're going to times that by 3 because you are level 3. And since we haven't been doing any questing or questing rewards, this is the most fair option that I could think of. Besides saying, "Oh, hey, here, by the way, I'm going to fart out 1,000 gold each." That's not really intended to be favorable to the players. I mean, it is, but not to the game. You'll be like, oh, yeah, well, I'll just do whatever. I'll just buy 14 horses right now and make a horse corral type of Airbnb, and then I'm just going to sit here and rent out my horses all week.
Autumn, I'm sending you over on the chat here. It's for sorcerer. Well, you guys are all sorcerers, so never mind. 3d4
Yep.
times.
Sorry about that. Sorcerer. 3d4 times 10.
I just got jit.
Yeah, druids. Dude.
2d4.
Yeah.
Oh,
3d4 times 10 gold points. Gold pieces. Sorry. The fighter is 5d4 times 10.
And the
You-
d4 is
Yep.
the triangle die, right?
Oh, sorry, with the
It's the one
yeah.
with a 4 on it.
Yeah, I didn't have the dice on it out. It is the triangle right here. Don't listen to Spencer.
A little bit of gold here.
What are?
So
I
How
got
do
a
you
little bit of
calculate
gold
this one?
here.
It has like three numbers on it.
Yeah, somehow it equals 4.
One's up. Whatever one's up.
Yep. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
3.
Yep.
Oh, whichever one's up. Got it. Okay.
Aaron, what were you saying? Sorry, dude.
Then I got a little bit of gold here.
You times it by 3?
No.
Times it by 10 gold pieces.
Okay.
Yeah,
here's
do
what we're
I-
gonna do. Yes,
Times the
total
total
times 3
times 3?
because we're level 3 and we're not doing any quests or like anything where you guys get extra points, so or extra gold. So what we're gonna do is your base starting wealth times 3. So 5d4 times 10 times 3. So don't forget
Okay.
parentheses first because we don't want to mess with that whole thing and be on Reddit after this YouTube video because we didn't do our things right.
Through my situation,
Yeah.
somehow I'm
Woohoo!
rich.
It's okay. Everything's more expensive when you're higher level.
Hold on. Hold on. The fighter's got a lot of money, apparently. Hold on, I'm still rolling. Okay. So that's
And if you guys are interested, on Google there is a dice app. If you just search like 1d6, and it comes up and it like adds your dice rolls together
Oh,
too
yeah.
if you needed to.
That's actually cool. I don't know if you have any dice, Adam.
I didn't know it was on there because I was looking up which dice was which, and that's how I found out about it.
If you guys get any questions, I'm more than happy to help.
I'm just getting bank over here. Hold on. I got 420 gold pieces.
Semi-rich.
Richer than me.
Should I roll it twice or just multiply 2 times how many I roll?
My class, I also had another pouch
So
with
for
10 in it.
Druid
So
is
it's 430.
2d4 times 10, and then you take that total times it by 3.
Yeah, you
Twice.
roll your
Yeah,
dice.
so 2d4.
twice. Add that
Oh.
up.
Roll my dice twice. Okay.
Yeah, then add those two together, then times
Listen,
that by 10.
Once you're dice rich in real life, you can just roll whatever it says in the book, and then you just have all these dice all over the place. I'll tell you
so
what,
good.
rolling a level 14, shoot, what was it?
Damn, still poor.
I twin spelled a freaking lightning bolt. What was it called? Anyways, it was like 18d6, and I had them all. I was so happy. I was like, yes.
Okay, so I roll my triangle once and then do
No,
times 10.
sorcerer 3 times. So roll that thing 3 times, and then tell me the total.
Okay. Gotcha.
Right.
I had 3, 1, and 4.
All right, 3, 1, and 4.
3, 1, and 4.
So then I would.
Yeah,
Do
so
I
no,
know-
it's 8 times 10 is 80, and then 80.
So 8.
Yeah, so you already rolled your max amount, so that's 3d4. So it's 8 times 10, 80 gold pieces, and then we're doing that times 3. So that total times the 3. So my apologies, I didn't clarify that.
Okay.
Okay.
I got this.
Now, so that should be like 240
Whoa.
gold pieces.
Plus 10, so 250.
Yeah.
Because they have 10. in
Oh
their little
yes,
pouch
yeah,
because
based
they're
off of
short.
your background and also what your character is. Awesome. Now on page 145, we are to armor. Just to double check, everyone's good, right? On the previous gold and things like that. Cool.
Yep,
All right, let's go. Armor. Just look at the sheet. That's basically it. So that's page 145.
So what do I
Nothing. You are actually unarmed. Or sorry, you're unarmored. Your dexterity is your modifier. So what it is, it's 10 plus Your dexterity modifier is your AC.
Which is
Okay,
plus
so
one for sorcerer.
Plus 1 is probably 11, I think.
Yeah.
Mine's
Oh
minus 1.
shoot!
so I
Yeah.
I
had
got 9.
Your armor class is 11.
Yeah, if your dexterity, yeah, you already got plus 2 because of the tabaxi
Wait.
bonuses.
Or what's your
plus 2, but then I had a why did I write down the one? I can't remember.
what's your
but
what's your dexterity? What's your base stat?
it was,
What's your base stat on dexterity?
my dexterity, I have the plus 2. Oh,
No, what's your
12.
12? So plus 2, then or it's plus 2, make it 14.
No.
That'll be your AC.
Yeah.
You
No,
have a
so
plus 2 though.
Wait, no. It's
You have a
10
+1.
plus my dexterity bonus, and I had plus 2, and then I wrote a plus 1 because of something in my stats. I think I have to go back and just double check, but I
You got
think it's 13.
you got a
you should be
bonus.
at
I'll just
13
have
or
to double check.
14 based off of the tabaxi stats. So, you're
I think it's 13 if I'm correct with my little
Okay.
bits of.
so yeah, you should be
in the
plus
corners.
1, so you're at a 11. Everything's gonna hit you. A fly is gonna hit you. Yeah.
So, quick question. If your trait is an ability score increase, does that go to your base or to your modifier?
To the base. Ability score increase is your points. So like a 14 to a 15, 15 to a 16, 16 to 17.
So I got a dex plus 2 increase.
Think so. What's your base number? You're negative
8.
1 there.
Right. But my trait for my race gives me ability score increase on dexterity increases by 2.
What was the race again?
So I should be at
Oh yeah,
halfling.
yeah. If you haven't added that already, yeah, go ahead and do that because then now you should be at a 0.
Right.
Yeah.
So it should just be 10.
I think it's like 2.
Makes sense now.
So I can from our page 145 of my little armor scale deal here, I can go ahead and buy some armor.
No, you start off with
that what I'm
armor.
saying?
So you are, you're proficient in all armor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I get to choose.
Except for plate. I don't think you can wear plate as a fighter.
Right. And I don't have to buy it
Nope. You start off
with
with it.
gold. Okay, so this is my starting one from this. Okay. Boop-a-doop-boop-boop-boop-boo.
Fighter. All.
I'm gonna go medium.
Wait, they are
breastplate.
all armor.
It says all armor on what I got on my notes here, and that's what brought it up. We're proficient in all armors, shields, and simple martial weapons.
Okay, you cannot take heavy armor yet because that is a feat to take heavy armor.
Right.
So yeah, you can go up to medium, which is going to be your
Gotcha.
half plate, breastplate, scale mail. Ooh, wait, hold on.
Got it.
Let me see. I think I'm messed up here.
Man, I didn't think picking cantrips would be this hard.
Oh yeah, it takes a while. Lots of reading. You should try having action points and all that.
Well, I got that with playing the monk last time
Huh?
because it made it simple. You're like, oh yeah, I can do this, this, and this.
Yeah,
I
but
guess
then
it's the same way with spells, but
yeah. It's say it kind of works out the same way.
Okay, yeah, I think you get a full set.
my printer ran out of ink, so I'm handwriting
All
my
right.
spell sheet.
All right, Spencer, give me a roll. Do D20.
20. That's
All
a
right.
10.
You got full chainmail.
Sick. And that gives me so full. So am I gonna run the stats off of the chain shirt?
13 plus dex.
Okay, 13 plus dex. Okay, so that makes me 15.
Listen, breastplate,
Beefy boy.
half plate. You didn't roll high enough for this. Sorry.
It's all good. I'm just 15 is
Good.
pretty good
Yeah.
AC is starting.
Hey, I try to
not
roll just as much as you guys. Yeah.
More than me.
Druid, I think can max out at leather. Not mistaken.
Yeah,
Yeah, I put leather on, so my AC is 12 because
12
my
plus dex.
deck sucks.
Well, let's
Oh, you
yeah,
got
let's
no
roll for
dex?
that too.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, my modifier for dex is
Yeah, so
+1.
armor. So basically, the only people that don't get to roll is Aaron and Autumn because you guys are basically unarmored.
You straight
Does
up
that mean
wearing
Spencer
robes,
roll?
son.
I'm gonna have you roll
Glass
2,
cannon.
Scotty. So roll me a d20. We'll see if you get.
I'm just wearing.
See if you
basic
start
clothes.
with leather or studded. Yeah.
What'd you get?
What'd you get, Scotty?
Oh, what was that?
Well, we lost
Did we
them.
lose him on audio again?
All right, so I said since I made Spencer roll, I'm going to make you roll 2 for the armor. So basically, the difference is between 11 and 12. 10, yeah, 10 plus, you get the studded. Yep,
So on a d20,
boom, studded it is.
15.
Awesome. Just had to make it fair. Want to make sure I was playing by the rules.
So 12.
So 12 plus dexterity modifier. We got. Heck yeah, that's good.
There you go.
All right. Now it's time for weapons. This is where you find out. This should probably be the last section on your guys' thing. So this middle section that says, hey, here's your item name, here's how much damage it does, and here is what the damage / type is. So your attack bonus and plus the damage type.
Name,
Yep.
attack,
So
bonus,
name your
damage
weapon
attack.
if you want. In parentheses, you got to write down what the weapon is, of course. So like club, dagger, grape, blah, 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 quarterstaff. So example for our quarterstaff users, it is 1d6 bludgeoning. That's basically what we write down. So attack bonus is like none for.
Hey, are we gonna be DM? Are we gonna be having
Nope,
doning
that's
and
advanced.
doffing?
Don't want to be cut down with your pants down.
Got it.
So for mine, I get the choice of either a wooden shield or any simple weapon. I'm going to take the wooden shield. And then I also get another choice of a scimitar or a simple melee weapon, and I want a spear.
Done. Do it. Spear, 1d6 piercing. Thrown. Range 2060. Dagger.
It's a dagger.
1d4 piercing. Same for you, Autumn. 1d4 piercing. Finesse, light thrown, range 2060.
I'm sorry for my dagger. That's 1d4.
piercing.
But no bonus, right?
Hey, home slice. If I'm carrying 2 scimitars, are they? Do I gotta
I
write
just
that
put an
in
X2
twice?
next to it, is usually what I do.
Well, I would say that's what.
Since I have the shield, I
AC?
get like +2 for my AC, so that makes it
Yeah, that's
15
fine.
now.
Go for it. You got this on lock, Scotty. Let's go.
I can take a
Once.
hit.
Let's go.
So how do I? So I get
Okay.
to choose 3 of them. I got lost.
Yeah, let me
here
go back.
for
Fighter.
some reason.
Let's figure it out.
I got my table up here, and I know it. But how
It's gonna
many
be
do I
based
get?
off of. It's right
many
here.
sheets?
Weapon, simple weapon, martial weapons. That's your proficiency. You get equipment starting.
Oh yeah, I already
Yep.
got that.
Light
written down here.
crossbow,
Hold on.
2 hand axes, 2 martial weapons.
I got you. Because of my Outlander, I have a longbow too.
Got 2 of my spells picked.
1d8 piercing. Okay, and then the 1 light simple range.
Um,
I think I'm gonna do a sling just cause. So I've never done that. So I'm thinking being like flying around, swinging around a
Hell
fucking
yeah.
sling. Probably kind of funny. Okey-dokey. Scimitar sling.
Is a club the same as a quarterstaff
I
in
think
damage?
so. I'm off that page now. 154, I think it was.
Club is 1d4.
1d6 is quarterstaff, and
1d6.
1d4 is.
Yeah, so club is less
Bludgeoning.
than quarterstaff.
Okay. I guess because I'm a sailor, I get a club.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also get I get a staff. So would that be like a
Would be.
quarterstaff
Yep.
because of my background?
Yeah, so staff is quarterstaff.
I'm good.
Okay, I'm good.
Cool.
Simple weapons, martial weapons.
okay.
Chainmail, leather armor, or long.
All right, when you're okay, so okay, let's find your guys' attack bonus real quick. Your proficiency modifier plus your ability modifier.
Proficiency plus
Your
ability.
ability is the one that we put the star next to.
Mm-hmm.
So
So plus
Huh?
15.
What
Oh.
star?
Strength is my.
Yeah, what are you, druid? Your wisdom. That's your I believe that is your ability modifier.
Yeah. So you said it was ability.
Yeah, so this is
modifier
for your
plus-
physical attacks. It's going to be proficiency modifier plus your ability modifier.
Mhm.
All right, and what's
It
the
is the
proficiency
top-
modifier?
Number in this little bubble right here. So it should be +2 for everybody.
Oh, I see it now. Okay.
And so that
No, Autumn, what happened?
Well, because I'm with the sorceress, I believe so I have 2 stars. Because the sorcery I have, I think it's charisma, and because of the tabaxi, I have strength, and I put my strength as 15, with the +2 modifier, and then my charisma is 14, but I have ended up +1 and +1 because of my race as well, so I end up with 16
All
at
right,
gold.
I say don't worry about it. Just do proficiency 2 plus 3, so 5.
I got both.
Okay. So that equals my um uh sorry, I lost track in that
I
thought.
messed it up here. Proficiency bonus plus strength plus any other relevant bonus. Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay, hold on. It's strict. That's right. For melee weapons, that's what it is. My apologies. Strength.
Proficiency plus
Yep.
ability
is your
plus strength.
Specific to your. All right. So my apologies, everybody. I knew I was saying something wrong here. So
Okay.
it's going to be 2 plus your strength modifier is going to be your attack bonus. Whoopsies.
Okay, there we go.
That was a quick fix. We're all using pencils here, I hope. Okay.
Nope.
All right.
It's fine.
Yeah, next
On the
time.
next
We'll make
time.
another character next week.
Clarify. We're using
So
the
is there a place
go ahead.
is there a place to write that in on my sheet?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's in the middle,
wait, I see
in
it.
a gray
Okay.
box somewhere.
So to be clarify, we're using the modifier score based on the ability score.
It,
So like I have 15, I'm
yeah,
a plus
so
2
2 plus
because of the
2.
15. Plus 5. That's what I was just making sure because it got said 3 different ways. So I was
I
like,
take
okay.
fault on that one. My bad. All right, we're almost done.
Oh, so wait, that's my attack bonus.
For your weapon. Like
Oh.
I'm gonna hit you with my something, whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, sorry, I was missing where that
it's
went.
all
It was
good.
in the small writing.
No
Pardon me, guys.
problemo. Okay, we're almost done. Passive wisdom is your perception. So if you have a bonus on your perception, you get a bonus on passive wisdom. Here's how to determine a character's total for a passive check. Plus 10 plus all modifiers that normally apply to a check. So your passive wisdom is your perception. So it's 10 plus perception.
Ten plus perception.
Which would be wisdom modifier.
Yeah. Wisdom.
Yeah, and if I don't have the
Stupid.
passive wisdom, I screwed up.
No
somewhere.
worries. Yeah, let me see here. So
Passive wisdom. I got some 9. I'm dumb as a box of fucking shit rocks.
So a passive check. Let me just read this off to you guys. Passive check is a special kind of ability to check that doesn't involve any die rolls, such as check can represent the average result for a task done repetitively, such as searching for secret doors over and over again, or can be used when the DM wants to secretly determine whether the character succeed at something without rolling dice, such as noticing a hidden monster. Here's how to determine a character's total for a passive check. 10 plus all modifiers that normally apply to the check. So passive wisdom is 10 plus your perception, which is your wisdom. So if you have a proficiency, you're going to go ahead and get wisdom. So wisdom plus whatever plus your proficiency. So for example, I have 0 in this category, so I have 10 plus 0 plus 2, which equals 12.
Oh, I got my plus.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah, you should have at least minimum we should all have is 2 or 12. Sorry.
Well,
Nah, I got 11.
Minimum we should have is 12.
if you have a 0 in your wisdom modifier, then yes, we'd be minimum would be 12.
So it's
So wisdom, you
What's your wisdom score, Autumn? What's your wisdom ability score? What does that say?
10 plus 0. So you take 10 plus my perception check on that is still 10.
I'm lost. What's your ability score? On wisdom.
Oh,
What's your ability score on wisdom?
oh.
What's that number?
So like in my box, I have 10.
Okay, so if it's 10, then that means you have a plus 0 in wisdom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 10 plus 0,
Yeah.
and then you had,
Equals 10.
right. What's the next part? DM?
proficiency.
Efficiency.
Yeah. So if you have
Oh, plus my proficiency. I'm sorry, I missed that point. You're correct. I have 12.
most of the time it's going to be like 12 except for warlocks, druids, and
Fighters,
Yeah.
apparently.
we have 11. Right? Yeah.
I have.
I meant positive as in the other way, as in they are getting more. You're definitely getting less over here. So, yeah.
it's proficiency.
Okay, we're like right
Plus ability.
above
plus-
average.
Scotty?
We're slightly acceptable.
So it's your proficiency plus your ability plus your
Yeah,
modifier.
10 plus all modifiers that normally apply to the check. So if I was just like, give me a perception check, you would do perception, whatever it says underneath wisdom. So 2 plus proficiency bonus, if it's proficiency bonus, and then your wisdom. Here, let's just make it easier. What's your wisdom bonus?
My wisdom is
Plus 3?
Damn.
Damn.
Plus 3.
16.
Wait.
Okay,
What do you mean
it's a
from-
16.
yeah,
So that
16.
little bubble underneath is a plus 3. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Now is the bubble, the perception bubble colored in on your sheet? Okay.
Yeah.
So you got a 3 plus 2 is 5. So you got a 15 for your passive wisdom.
Wait, what is
Okay.
what does the perception bubble have to do with?
That's a skill that I
Yeah.
chose. So
I might need to clarify this as well.
Class.
Yeah, I
Right,
think I know what you're getting at, Autumn. If you don't have the perception bubble colored in, you don't get the plus 2. It's a straight 10.
Okay, so because I do have my perception bubble colored in, I get the
Yes,
proficiency
exactly.
bonus.
Yep.
Is that correct? Okay. Oh man.
and what did we fill out for that? Because it says like perception and then wisdom. Do we put our modifier in that number?
So it should be, this is what we're filling out right now, is this bottom like singular
Okay.
bubble.
Oh,
That right
okay.
there.
Got it.
Oh, passive wisdom
Yes, at the very
perception
bottom
thing.
left-ish area. Guys, this is the hardest part, I swear.
Guys, they have spots for this, and I'm just not
No worries, my
seeing that.
It's
Thank goodness.
like literally going through
for
this,
us.
explaining it all. It's like so complicated, but once it starts playing, it makes sense. At least in my experience.
Well, definitely for like the newbie like going through this. I mean, maybe Scotty feels the same, but like helping have somebody explain this whole character sheet to go through it and stuff definitely helps. So like I get asked those extra questions like, wait, what the fuck am I not seeing here?
Yep.
Yeah, I went through that earlier this afternoon.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's every single thing is filled out on there. You guys are going to be filling out the features and traits on your own. Personalities, ideals, bonds, and flaws should be on your own. You got your hit dice. You got your current hit points. You got your armor class. Your initiative is your dexterity. So that's all that is. So let me just double check that that's what the bonus is. Character's initiative modifier equals your dexterity plus any other modifiers from your race or features. So yes, it's just your dexterity. It's a straight bonus. Inspiration, I give those. Huh?
Okay, so nothing. I'm talking to
So your
myself.
initiative is just your dexterity ability,
Dexterity
not the modifier.
So initiative is basically how quick do you react to what's going on? Like, okay, we're about to get into a fight. Okay, well, if I got a high dexterity, my reaction's high, my reaction time, I'm gonna get in the fight first. So your action's gonna be here. Now, then it would be whoever comes in here, and then the monsters are gonna go in between.
So that was Dex plus what?
Just dex. Yeah, you guys honestly don't have anything yet. At level 4, you'll start getting bonuses that affect your initiative.
So initiative.
Wait a sec. So it's just the dexterity or it's
bonus.
just the modifier?
Yeah, dexterity modifier. So you're
That's 2.
yeah.
So
I think
it's
you
just the modifier.
6. You should be at 16.
Oh.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait.
Zero.
If mine's plus 3, it would just be
Yeah.
3.
You just put a 3 there.
Plus 3. Yeah. So
So
when
I
you
don't
roll,
get
when
to
we start
go
when
first.
we start an encounter, you roll the d20, and then whatever you get off the dice, like I just rolled and I got a 17, then you would add 3 to this 17, puts you in order.
Yeah, specific
Oh.
just to fighting.
Okay,
Yeah, no worries.
Sorry. Click. I'm so sorry, guys. It's been a long day. I've dealt with a lot of
Well,
numbers and a lot
we're
of papers.
just about done. Actually, yeah, we're done. Okay.
Okay.
Any questions about the paper? Y'all should have all these things filled out. Your class and level 3 plus your name or whatever. Your race, background, alignment, player name, experience points. We're not going to worry about. We're not playing D&D 5e X5. We're just playing regular. Your character name, first name is great. Last name is even better. Passive wisdom is done. Proficiency of language is done. Equipment is done. Tax and spellcasting are done because you guys will fill this out on your own time, which is the spellcasting paper, which is going to be your cantrips, your first level spells, and your second level spells, which you guys are just going to kind of have to read because there's just so many spells. It's really, really hard to kind of be like, oh yeah, I want to do this. I want to do this. I want to do this.
I was actually surprised to find out that just now, I mean, just as a side note, sorry, I was actually surprised to find out as a fighter that I actually get to pick from the mage spell list at least 2.
For your
So,
cantrips,
That was
right?
actually kind of surprising.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool stuff. He gets a little bit of intuition there for his knowledge of fighting. Okay. I think we're good. Team,
Right.
did we do it? That's a record 2 hour, 30 minutes right there.
Ooh.
Yep.
Nice.
All right, so the
Yeah,
boring stuff's
seriously.
over.
Ooh, well, I'm good to call it a night. That was a little much for me. Yep, see you, suckers. All right.
I can definitely say there's like definitely stuff that I just have to research a little bit more into my character to find out like the spell casting and some of those extra little trait ideals things that make up who my character is. But I definitely feel super positive that I at least have sort of an idea of how
Well,
my
good.
sheet
Yeah,
should
that's
look.
the whole point. I'm glad you got it. So, literally the toughest part about D&D is over. Um, you know, it's also a 50-50 of what happens next on level 4 because we might have to have this again because there's a
Yep.
lot more info to unlock, but at least it's better than doing this every single week. So that's a plus on everyone's end.
Oh, before we go on the cantrips, do those increase per level, or are we stuck with
Yep,
just
based off
the
of your
two that we
sheet,
choose?
off of your table. So the blah, 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 blah. Yeah, you'll get I think max like 9 or something ridiculous.
Yeah, like
Well,
as
no,
your
I
class,
get for I
like,
get like spells. There's a certain amount of spells I can have, but do the
Yes,
cantrips
sir.
count for that, or
They have their own list. Known cantrips. I'm just kidding. You max out at 4. So level 4, which is next, is you're gonna get 3. Level 10, you get 4, and then that's 10 through 20 is 4.
yeah,
And you
Alright,
can use them as much as you want. They don't.
they don't cost
They're not
anything.
like
they don't
a-
burn
And
nothing.
also, you guys didn't really think this was over, did you? It's time to cue the fantasy
No.
soundtrack. Put it on the hearth and inn. We're diving in to tonight's adventure. I can guarantee we don't have any time for a fight, but we definitely have time for a little bit of roleplay and a little bit of back knowledge because you guys need some knowledge to figure out what the heck's going on. So I'll recap. Don't worry, not gonna make you guys read or anything. I'm gonna recap of what the letter that you guys got. If you guys don't remember it, but let's go ahead and jump in. Yeah, cool story. All right. And I do apologize if anyone's been watching Hunter x Hunter. You know exactly everything about this campaign. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah,
with
different
different
graphics. You know, whoever wants to be Gone can be Gone, Killua, whatever. You know. So, anyways, just kidding. This is all original content ish. You know, you get ideas from different things, but then you put your own spin on it. So, let's start off. Cueing the music, pressing play on the Hearth Inn on the tabletop audio link that was put in Discord.
Pretty good.
Thank you.
Soundtrack there.
Yeah. You guys can just actually put it on loop this track only for the Hearth and Inn, since that's where it will primarily be. You just press this.
There you go. Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Hey guys,
We got
I try to
background,
incorporate as
son.
much as I can.
Dude, this
Hell
is
yeah.
sick.
All
This is
right.
already good. I love it.
All
I'm
right.
getting in character.
Welcome to the D&D session of one day. Hopefully, I'll have my own book where it says the realm of Nanthia, planting the Nythul seed, and then it's like all of our character faces right here. Okay. Anyways, there have been few great heroes before your adventuring group that led up to this point. Few magical wars have been fought, and outlying clans and groups are stirring. Magic is flowing and naturally occurring in the wild animals and beasts of all kinds, especially man. Deities and gods are no longer in physical space, leaving an absent presence in the world. However, they are active and work through people that follow them. You guys can also refer to the player's handbook of like how deities and gods work at that point. You all know that the land is filled with ancient magic and lore, where old gods and mystical creatures once roamed the realms, freely fighting over territories and shaping the ground that you stand upon. Elves that lived for thousands of years, werewolves and mermaids now seem just out of reach as the years pass. This land is ancient and holds secrets to what are called the Keepers of the Realm. They are ancient beings that are filled with rich magic, adventure, and mystery. To where these keepers are, seem to be unknown and lost with the time. They are but a fable of a land once ago. With the lands now divided between rulers and corrupt governments, it's rumored that one day the Keepers will come back and redirect its inhabitants and restore the lands, its people, and all of Nanthia. Every town and city, like the one you're about to step in, holds wonders and heroes of a time once lost. Magic items are extremely common for basic items, like quickening soil for plants, or anti-beast spray and spirits. Now your adventure starts within the Wild Run Inn, located miles south of the Imperial Highway, next to the brewery. The place where everyone knows each other and dares not start a fight with the legendary barkeep, Mike Stouting. He puts all of them in their place. You all know this place for a focal point of the realm, Nanthia, in Milburn. Anybody and everybody knows the Wild Run Inn and for its popularity and near perfect brew. Don't forget Aunt Peabody's cooking. As you all know, once every 100 years, the elves from the Featherfall Guild disclose the general location of the Nythul seed's appearance. No one really knows the conditions of how it appears. Some say it's due to specific volcanic activity. Others say it falls from the clouds, kissed with elder trees from the Elder Forest. And some say it's just bestowed upon the elders of the Featherfall Guild just to test mankind in their ways. Whichever the case, the word has gone around that the Featherfall Guild has begun its selection for the Nythul Seed Champion. A series of events and tests over the course of 3 months is given to all contestants in this marathon event. Contestants from all around the realms gather to Nanthia to take part in this once-in-a-lifetime race, of course for most, and see who can find the Nythul Seed first. Everyone that partakes in the event does it for various reasons, but mainly because the Featherfall Guild elders grant one wish to its victor. Past victors have wished to be kings, wished for love, and some to bring back those they have lost. All possible with the power of the Nythul Seed. In one way or another, you've seen posters and read the letters that go as followings. Champions and heroes, we call to you once again to aid us in the quest to find the great Nythul Seed. It's time our realm prepares for the great adventure. To all those who are able and want to partake, we, the Featherfall Guild, need your assistance in this endeavor. Should you partake in this quest, the victor shall be granted one wish for anything their hearts desire. We need the seed by all means necessary. And of course, there's one rule. There are no rules. Get the Nythul Seed back to the Featherfall Guild. Signed by the leader and elder of the Featherfall Guild. You just see initials of GD. Now, into the tavern where your guys' playlist should be playing here. A younger black bearded dwarf, tan and darker skin with brown overalls. One of them is unhooked in a plaid shirt. Welcomes you into the inn, and you see oil-lit lamps, cozy fires, and sweet hint of sugar-glazed pork chops being prepared by Aunt Peabody sneaks its way from the kitchen into the main area of the tavern. You guys are all here in this area. You guys at this point describe where you're at. Are you guys all together? What's happening within the tavern?
Okay, I can go. So I'm sitting at the table. Just come off the docks. Long, hard day. I'm sitting with my taken-in father, Abad, and I'm having a drink and dinner as well as he. Beaten and bruised a little bit from a hard day work down at the docks, out in the front. Out in lost my name, or lost the map. I was playing your soundtrack.
It's all good.
Bad. Lost the map here. So you got King Radovid's warship. Like there's docks obviously in front of this area. So we've been working loading cargo ships. Loading the cargo on and off the ships. That's part of my story, but that's where I am. Sitting and having a meal.
Okay. Who else? Who is doing What within the tavern of the mill of the Oops. Just lost my dice.
I'll go ahead and take this
Okay.
one. So, I've just come out from the forest that's surrounding Milburn, and I got some spoils from the animals that have attacked me while I was coming to the Wild Run Inn. So, I've just left the pawn shop, the Pirate Scurvy pawn shop, with my bag of gold, and I want to relax now after this harrowing adventure that I've come from, with some mead and a nice thick stew.
Okay. Yeah, roll for me real quick. A d20. Let's see how much gold you made from the pawn shop real fast.
Let's see.
Okay.
Got a 6.
I haven't read your backstory yet, but I'm just gonna say go ahead and roll with advantage because I mean you lived in the forest your entire life, right? Like you know how to hunt and skin. Okay. Go ahead and roll with advantage here.
Absolutely.
So roll one more time.
That's which one?
Sorry? The d20. One more
Which
time.
one? Time.
All right. That's better.
15.
All right. 150 gold. You got. It's actually they were clean cuts. The guy liked your the skins they were able to go ahead and put up, and they were cured properly and tanned properly. It's good to go. So go and add that to your inventory. All right, so just kicking back. Are you at a table or are you at like the bar area? Okay.
I'm at the bar. I'm a bit of a loner. I'm not used to seeing people. I'm more comfortable in the forest with the animals. So I just want to sit at the bar in a dark corner.
Gotcha. You near like the where the double doors open towards like the kitchen area, or kind of like quick escape near the front. Near the front.
Quick escape
All
near
right.
the front.
Right. So what you drinking? Did you order a drink already from the barkeep?
Just
Okay.
simple mead.
That's good. Perfect. All right. Aaron?
I've been in the bar about half the day. Probably a table or two in
Okay.
from the door. I'm sitting at a table with a couple empty glasses, muttering to myself as I'm sifting through a couple pieces of paper I have. But, you know, I'm not very high in stature, so I'm just barely over the edge of the table with my hood up.
Like at chin level? Or you like right here? Like,
Yeah, I'm just right there, just holding my
okay,
drink.
I like it. Okay. All right. You've been there half the day. You had what, like 4 or 5 beers?
At
At least.
4 or 5.
Okay. All right. No one's at the table, right? Or does
Yeah.
somebody come by? How have you been sitting there?
I've been alone the most of the day. A few passerbys tried talking with me. I am rather dirty, given the situation. So I ain't attracting a lot of attention other than some discerning looks.
Like it.
I want to add a little bit there, if I may. That we're sitting. So he's third table in. Me and my however you want to say, guardian, if you will, Abad. We're sitting in the fourth table and kind of. So I'd be sitting facing the back of our halfling friend here at his table in front of
Right.
us.
Oh, so you're watching him as he
We got one near the door, the bar. Spencer and his. We got
Yeah.
the halfling. All right,
There we go.
Lisa.
This drunken halfling.
All right, and then Autumn, what's going on? Where you at? Where you sitting? What you doing in there? Did you just get there?
Um, What's the weather
Sunny, bright
like
day.
outside?
Nice fresh breeze coming in from the coast right there. Got the sails whipping back and forth. Got a fresh cut grass coming from the meadows just northeast of the Imperial Highway right there.
All right. So I'm just coming in, and look a little flustered, a little intimidating to people, and I take the back left-hand corner of this place. Like, I just want to be by myself is what I'm giving everybody. And I sit down, and can I call, who is it, Peabody or a waitress over, and I'm demanding I need drink and I need food. And I'm just looking for a warm meal, just looking to grab a drink, to settle the frustrations of the outside.
Okay. Are you from?
Do I
I
need
look a little
Are you from here? Are you from Milburn or this northwest part of the? Nope.
No.
Okay, so.
Do I need a perception check to know that she's a tabaxi?
I don't have everyone's sheet in front of me. I think you're at an 11 for passive wisdom, right?
I mean, I pretty much only have like cloths on, and my ears are perked up. So
What's your passive wisdom there, Aaron? Oh, okay.
13.
Roll a d20, but at disadvantage. You're hammered.
Oh.
I got a
Disadvantage
19.
means you have to roll twice and take the lower of the two.
Okay.
Yeah, roll twice, son.
Oh, 18.
Hey, you need to sell me back those dice.
Jesus.
That's bullshit.
All right, we're doing a saltwater test next game because you put it in salt water and see what it rolls on.
Right.
All right. Okay, so I mean, out of your drunken stupor, double fisting it there on the table. You look up. Do you do anything noticeable, or do you?
I'm just gonna look up as she walks past and be like, a tabaxi in these parts.
Okay. Do you reply while walking by? I know you also want to order some food and drink. However, what happens now?
So it sounds like I just kind of catch what he's hearing, and I just kind of do like a head shrug, kind of roll eyes, and go to the place that I want to sit.
So,
Like,
In the middle of that, as he, because he's sitting right in front of me, and I have eyes on, sitting amongst the conversation I'm having with Abad. Do I hear the halfling roll back and go tabaxi? I'm basically what I'm saying is, like, do I hear him say that enough to notice it?
So you are at a table away, but it is a loud and bustling tavern.
like to kind of turn your back.
Yeah, kind of like, yeah, he's in front of me, and I hear like, a tabaxi in these parts, and I'm like, huh? Like, do I hear that, or am I aware of that, or no?
Like, catch it enough to turn around and kind of look at him.
Well, I'm actually I'm facing you, and I'm looking at the door. You came in.
So, how was your?
Anyway,
what's your passive perception? Because that's the only way that you'd be able to see it. Okay,
terrible.
I mean,
It is an
you can
11.
like maybe make out that she's new and she's walking in, and you're like, oh, okay, hey, this is kind of a stranger here. You don't hear what they're saying back and forth. The little guy hiccuped. She kind of went, scoff, roll the eyes, and just kept walking. You caught a glimpse of her. Alrighty, and to Autumn here real quick as well. Since you're not from this parts, again, I'm trying to go off of not having a backstory here, but you actually kind of come off a little bit rude to the barkeep, to Aunt Peabody. You heard of her, but you're not really saying it in the tone that's really welcome in this area. And since it was like, instead of like saying Aunt Peabody, I'm like Aunt P somebody, like almost demeaning, because you don't really know the full name as good as it should have been. Now, well, we understand that, right? You just came out from a hard day's work, whatever you're doing. We get that. Like, you and I understand. Now, what happens is the keep comes by. She comes by. Oh, hello. I understand you're new, just a little bit new, but yes. What would you like to eat and drink? Ma'am, Kitty, ma'am, what would you like to eat or drink? She asks you this.
Just give me good beer and warm food. As I kind of set my fist down lightly on the table, not enough to be a clink, but a good little kind of demanding in a way.
Okay, yes, weary traveler. I definitely understand. Let's get you, let's do a pork pie. It's our special of the day. We have additional meat on bag. We have a great bounty that came in from King Waldron's warship. They brought in a delicious bounty, and let's get you a double pound of some golden ale.
Please. Thank you. And I kind of push the table a little bit forward, like
she flicks up her pad as she turns around and says, those are the manners I was looking for, and just walks around, walks back to the place, and starts going in the kitchen.
Are the flyers for the seed in like a central board, or are they like just strewn
they're
about?
everywhere, but in a very tidy way, purposely placed on the walls, on every single post, definitely all over the bulletin board. There's a flyer pamphlet right next to, I forgot your character's name, Scotty, but right on that very entrance of that bar corner, there's obviously like a bunch of flyers and like cards and stuff of people doing work.
Okay.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
right
around the corner, because you're on the end corner of the bar. Okay.
Yeah. In corner of the bar.
All right. Yep.
And I have a Troy. I apologize. I didn't get it sent over. I didn't finally get it all the way written out, but I have Abad, my interjected NPC here, which is since you don't have the backstory, that's going to make it really thing. But anyway, I'm having an argument with him about the flyer of the Nythul seed. So, I mean, I can kind of play it out, but it kind of takes over your role a little bit. So I'm sitting here, and but Father, I can't. You have to let me do this. This is what I've been looking for this entire time. Please, you have to let me do this. I mean, look at it. We get the wish. We get the wish. It can either help for us, or I can finally find out. I can finally find out. And as I start to say that, you start to see my hair raise. And it starts to get a little bit, the wind starts to move around my body a bit and rustling my clothes.
Right. Aaron, you can definitely see what's happening. Tabaxi kind of not. Scotty, do you turn around? Like, what are you doing when this happens?
I'm actually just ignoring them.
Perfect.
I just sat down. All this is happening around me, but I'm engulfed in this mead. I'm tasting the honey. It's relaxing me, and I'm
Nice.
feeling Nirvana.
Like it.
I probably won't notice anything until someone actually like touches me, bumps me, releases me from this state of mind that I've gone
I
into.
get you. But all right.
So
Since I noticed this wind effect going on.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna look over and be my drunken steak, be like, "Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. This thing you're doing, this wind, your clothes. Do you know this magic? Of this magic?" And I'm gonna hand over a couple flyers, kind of like pushing them across the table as I'm almost stumbling off the stool. But all they are just little notes of scribbles of, fire spell and nothing that makes any sense whatsoever.
So as you turn around and do that, I'm going to shoot a look to you and stand up. Do I look like I'm speaking to you, little man? As I say that, the wind increases, the hair stands even up at point. My eyes are glossed white at this point, and you'll start to notice that across my body there are what seem to be runic inscriptions across my arms, because I'm wearing vest type armor. Well, we've gone over that already, but at this point it's kind of like a dress down situation where I have the mail on, but it's kind of like half shirted, like, they wear it Crusader style with the belt over, where they're kind of like the shirts off because we're at a relaxed deal. Anyway, moving on to where it's exposed skin, and you can start to see these almost neon LED type looking runic inscriptions start to pour out of the skin, almost as if it's like cracking lava rock of a sort, and starts to shine.
Right. So no one was really paying attention to you, even when you stood up. Listen, everyone's got magic. You know this just based off of living in the land. Everyone's like, whatever. He's probably like trying to do something.
Can I do?
What's up? What do you want to do?
Can I do like an insight check towards what you said, like the body language
Sure.
of everybody? Okay. I just kind of want to see what's going on in the bar. Do I notice anything? Oh, well, that's a critical fail.
You're just really hungry, and you can't wait for this like pie and beer to get there. Like you're just salivating almost. Okay. You got that little feline coming out at this point. But that's what's going on at this point. Spencer, since you kind of raising a little bit more ruckus, everyone's still not even looking at you. They're not. But the barkeep, Mike Stouting, is looking at you. Go ahead and give me a roll for survival. Huh?
That's
14?
14. It's a 14. Which, hold on. Yep, just a 14. I don't have anything on that, so.
Alrighty, so you guys lock eyes, and you're immediately intimidated. And at this point,
Damn it.
it's probably safe to assume that your runes kind of turned down a little bit. You understand that you're very outmatched at this point. Just the amount of glare that this guy's giving you, but it's like a happy, like weird glare, like we could be really good friends, but I'm gonna fucking kill you. Like, so
Yeah. So at that point, I look
Super
over.
intimidating.
but like it's very kind, intimidating, like really nice.
So,
From a 3-foot man to a fighter. Okay.
well, no, that was the invitation
barkeep.
from the barkeep. So I look over, I catch the barkeep's glance, as you said, and fine, little man, let me see these papers. And I hand a look at these scribbles, and do I know what I'm even looking at here? Because I'm pretty stupid.
Aaron,
So
what'd you end up writing it in?
what did you
They're
get?
mostly written in
Unless-
halfling, so
Yeah, Spencer, unless you got
they want you to
halfling
know.
as a
Yep, I'm primordial and common.
looks like
So
scribbles.
all right, I'm gonna look at these and go.
But I'm gonna respond to him. But you do the things. You do the things. And then I'm gonna cast a cantrip. The minor illusion. On their table, just a bunch of empty mugs of beer.
So, okay.
So, just because it's just a reaction
you're
for me.
trying to talk to this guy. Hiccup, poof! All these empty mugs start tumbling all over each other, falling down in this like pile of what seems to be made mugs, broken mugs, just handles, just a little bit of everything fall on the table. But before that, Scotty, what are you doing?
As soon as he casts the cantrip, the I guess you could say the small bit of power that comes out of him pulls me out of my nirvana of my honey mead, and I look over and I see all these bottles, and I go, "Oi, give me some."
Weird.
So I walk over, grab them, and then I notice that they're all empty,
How realistically did you make these?
and I get really disappointed. I get really disappointed about that. So I pull out my staff, my quarterstaff, I slam it on the ground, and on top of my quarterstaff is my little trophy that I've gotten from the best kill I've had, which is the bear skull, and it starts glowing light upon this halfling and what are you're a fighter?
Yeah, as you're doing that, the glowing, and I'm gonna kind of just come in here, cause I go here, and I'm gonna hand you the spell papers that were given to me, and go, you read this gibberish. One of these mugs fell in my stew. Sit down and try to pull the mug out of my plate of food.
Okay, so I actually know halfling, so that's one of my languages. So I stare at the papers, and then I stare at you. I stare at the papers again, and then I turn it around. I point to it, and it says,
What does it say here?
"Why is fire in my stew?" So I asked that question. It's
So-
like, why is fire in my stew? Why did you give this?
So on the papers, since you can read halfling, do you want to read it out loud to you, or do you want to you just know?
Well, I just know, like, because it's scribbled. Like, there's the fire and stew. So I'm asking both of you guys, like, what is this? Just why is fire in my stew? Like, what is this supposed to mean?
Some drunk ass
Alright,
halfling wrote it
Aaron,
down.
this one's up to you. What have you been scribbling on for these past 6 hours in this bar?
Yeah.
They're just random writings on where magic could come from and how to control it, and the different elements of fire and lightning and obvious the elements and stuff, but it's all non-consent, whatever you call it. It doesn't make any sense. It's just a lot of
Gibberish.
scribblings.
All right. Well, while you guys are flame sculling it on and stuff,
Storm.
out pops Miss Peabody with a big old pie. Like we're talking about like an extra large, 18 slice pizza size pie with one hand here and two
Yeah.
golden nails. And you can see her just kind of bumping with her hips going through the crowd. Oh, excuse me. Just bringing this brew and this big old pie here to you. Says,
I'm
Fuck
fucking
my drool.
salivating, hoping
Oh, the
that's my
tabaxi.
shit.
here is your pie and beer. That'll be 2 gold pieces.
I pay her and I say thank you, ma'am.
Absolutely
Thank you.
welcome. And don't forget, the first refill is free when you buy a double golden down.
Uh, yes, ma'am. Thank you.
And she just kind of
Is she close?
happily
close enough for me to
away.
hear that?
Nope, because
So
you are here. Tabaxi is here.
Dang it. Okay.
So I actually, while this is happening, and all this is going on between these three, I want to take a. I just want to see if I'm noticing the big dick contest that's going.
I mean, listen, how hungry were you? Let's just start off with that, and versus your passive perception. Like, how long has it been since you've eaten? See what that looks like.
I am a tabaxi, and I've always fended for myself and really gone on the outwards of everything, and just been alone for like a really long time. Hence, like aggression, sort of like I don't know how to be around society. But I have this almost destiny, so I'm trying to scout out who in this bar is a part of that, my shaman's vision. So I'm hungry, but not so hungry that like not so hungry that I'm not acknowledging the other people. I want to like I'm doing like a
Okay.
people watch.
What's your passive
I feel
perception?
like.
12? All right.
12.
So you definitely heard the little guy hiccup when you walked by. You sat down. You then also heard and saw the Genasi stand up. And then you saw some runes pop off. And he yelled out a couple phrases. And then you just saw a random druid come over and put down his staff. And some red eyes were glowing and said, "Give me some," basically is what you interpret. And that's the extent of what you heard from those interactions.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna scarf down my meal, and I'm gonna watch them just a little bit more to determine whether or not I'm going to approach these people. I
Yeah.
have a speculation, but I don't want to jump in too quickly because I'm being meticulous about what this vision and what
Okay.
my shaman told me.
Gotcha.
Eh. So I'm gonna, okay. So Miss Peabody scoots by and she bumps me, taking her food over. As she scoots by, because I'm trying to sit down, she bumps me and I kind of like fall into my chair a little bit. As I do that, I kind of hit my stew bowl and it spills a little into my lap. And I'm like, as I noticed, there was a illusionary mug in there, filling halfway up. There's potatoes and carrots going up into this mug. Really, kind of, it just
Okay.
does not sit well with me. So I finally, fine, and I kick the chair to the side, and this is ridiculous. I need to do this. And I look at Abad, my guardian, and I slam my hand down in the center of the table in a cast gust at the same time, and it blows all the mugs 360 degrees. They just, all of these hundreds of whatever, however many mugs and our dinners off of the table just hit the center of the table, and like think of like a hockey, like a air hockey, you know, just and like shoots these
Aaron,
mugs
was that
off.
a cantrip that you casted, right? Okay. All right. Your hand hits the table there, Spencer. The mugs fly up. Poof, 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 poof. As they just disappear and they don't really get too far, but they went up and they kind of moved around.
But my dinner and my father's dinner, my guardian, as well as our two real beers, they might find their way to a corner.
Am I close enough to
How
be affected
closer?
by the wind too? The
It's
next
like,
table.
like 4 feet across, 4 or 5 feet. So are you trying to roll for attack there, Spencer? Are you casting a spell? What's going on?
Yeah, I could attack against the
So you're
table.
going to be using...
If we want to work with, game mechanics wise,
Yep.
we can roll against the table. Yeah.
All right, let's do this.
And-
Let's do.
I can have a wisdom contest with the table because I'll probably lose.
Give me a performance roll.
Okay. Ready, go.
16.
Hey, 16.
All right, and where do you hit it on the table? What's your strength?
Right in the center. That is a 15 plus 2, so 17.
How's it 17? It should just be 15. Okay.
Yeah, it is. I'm sorry.
Okay.
My plus 2 got
Don't add
added
the little
in there.
tiny circle.
I have to after the session. I'm going to rewrite my sheet
Okay.
to the according ones. I
No
have too many
worries,
notes
no
now.
worries.
I had a pen.
All right, so you hit the table.
No.
The table moves just a little bit. You're using a gust of wind as well.
That's
All right,
I'm
and
casting
gust
gust.
is you
Yes.
push any sort of object in a direction. I think up to 15 feet. That what it is?
Yes.
All right. So you want to go around. You don't want to go just one direction. You want to go around.
No, I want
Is
it
it gust
to.
or gust?
I'm
of
hitting
wind?
the center of the table
Okay.
straight down.
So
And so I'm pushing when I cast gust. It's kind of
Right.
just gonna like everywhere.
all right. Aaron, go ahead and roll a d4.
I have fits.
Right, so you take 3
Looking
points
at
of
a
damage
3.
as one of the plates actually knocks you right in the forehead. Based off of that, I just want to get a little bit of sense of what's going on. Just kind of tell you guys what I was thinking here. Is Gus is a directional push of 15 feet. However, since this was just a directional down, went to 7 feet. The table is within 4 feet of him. It's one of the closest tables. You hit a couple other people, but they really don't care. It's not a really big deal. This kind of happens, but really Mike Stouting has the really end all be all in these types of situations. So hits you in the forehead, Aaron. What do you do?
Well, I'm just gonna
Okay.
get knocked off the chair a little
Okay.
bit. You know, get back up, kind of like stumble getting back up on the chair. Go. Well, that's a neat parlor trick, but I'm trying to figure out how to do this. Sir, you don't understand. Up until this morning, I don't know how to do this stuff. An accident has befallen me, and I am now able to do things I've never been able to do before. This magic, I guess, is what I was told I have, and you just gave off this sense that you might know.
So as this, real quick.
Let
So
me
as
tell
this interaction is happening,
Go ahead.
you hear a guff behind the the bar here. As you guys look back, you see a dark brown hair, chiseled jaw, perfect angled shoulders, and tree trunks of a leg, agile like a rabbit, staring at you guys with his hands on his hips, going, ha 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 ha! Well, folks, it's that time of night. As everyone just is quiet as a mouse within the whole area. Everyone knows that this is the owner and operator of Wild Run Inn. Even if you guys weren't able to, you guys wouldn't have to roll for it because everyone's perception check already passed. You can sense just this magic, powerful aura just kind of busting off of him. For those here who are part of the Nythul seed race, I'll tell you here, free double golden down for everybody as we have 3 days to the initial start. happy drinking, everybody. And he just takes his overalls or his suspenders and kind of snaps them back and just starts pouring beers. And that's where we'll stop the session here for tonight.
Nice.
You should have bought another one, is that what you said?
You can't stop me. I'm going to that race. And I get up from the table and walk towards the bar.
No need, the bar's about to come to you, so.
Fuck it. I'm
It's
doing
already
it.
the first
Yeah.
thing. I already took 2
Damn.
points of damage.
That's supposed to be a party here.
Somebody had to do it. You put a fucking cup in my stew. Not my fault. I have a short
I
temper.
mean, they technically don't do any damage, and they're not really real.
They don't. They definitely.
But when they
don't.
take damage, they disappear, so that was fun. Alrighty, guys.
Woohoo.
Cool.
That's cool.
You handed an idiot warrior a bunch of shit he couldn't read, and then you did the only thing he could be mad about, and you put a bunch of shit in his food while I was having an argument with my father. Come on, what do you expect me to
Alright,
do?
so. Huh?
I'm drunk.
Oh,
He said he'll be right back,
Cool.
I think.
Yeah, I just wanted to, kind of like end it there. I know it's getting a little bit late. This is a really good stopping point as well before proceeding. So let me
I
grab
agree.
some notes here.
Was that Mike stouting?
Yes, this is
What?
Mike Stouty,
Yeah.
which that's actually part of your backstory. Again, I'll send that to you here. I actually didn't have time to finish it. I only had a couple paragraphs. I know that sounds like kind of a lot, but I wanted to add some more to really kind of sew you guys into the story a bit more. So, homework for you guys. You guys need to read up on your characters and add in your spells and everything just to have those ready for next time. So the whole goal is to do at least an encounter, things like that. Also, backgrounds are a must. And I need
Yes.
those by Thursday if I need to, so that way I can start, because it's going to take me a few hours on each one to I've got a 60-page document here of the world. So to grab specifics to really put it together takes me a long time. And just to prep for next session too. So backgrounds, please by Thursday if we can. Also, you guys will be introducing your...
Are you done with mine?
Almost. I mean, I got a few paragraphs, but I mean, I'll just keep going.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
can't
You do
wait.
know Mike Stouting though, so yeah.
Oh, cool.
You guys need to, where was it? Character appearance. You can go ahead and take a picture off of the internet or anything like that.
I got mine.
Also, we need attributes. It just kind of helps solidify the world and characters, like eye color, hair color, height, weight, traits, things like that. Also, please fill out these sections here. Nice, there you go. I like it. So these ones right here. And I think that should be it for all of you guys' characters. That way, when we're starting tomorrow, it helps me kind of imagine what's going on and keep track better. To mentally be able to see your guys in the game and the character itself. So just helps with interactions too, because obviously if someone's an orc and it's an anti-orc town, you're probably gonna get killed in the first session. So, but I'm just saying, as an example, that's probably a bad example, but you guys get it.
Well,
If you guys look
flaw
at the general,
is, once I start drinking, it's hard to stop.
nice. Dude, I have a good flaw too, but that'll
Flaws,
come
yes.
out later. If you look at the general, that's my when I'm nice, and then when I just got pissed off. There's two different sides.
Troy, with your couple of questions, can you just send me that so it gives me definitely a little bit of reference to think about those details? The
Oh, sure.
height, weight, description, kind of that brief. And I'll get you the backstory by Thursday so that you can work it in and
Do you need
do what you
like?
need. Side note, Scotty, your cat is rude.
What was that?
Oh, I said, side note, Scotty, your cat is really cute.
Oh, thank you.
Oh yeah, skin color is a big one too.
Skin
So
color?
height, weight, eye
Okay.
colors, hair color, skin color. Noticeable features.
Okay.
And I'll send this to you. Do you need any
Okay.
like writing points for the backstory, or do you think you got that?
I have a backstory kind of thought mapped out, so
Okay.
arrows and stuff like that. I just have to detail why I'm at
She actually
the
built a really
tavern.
she actually built a really badass like flowchart outline. She has a really
Okay,
nice
nice.
character build
All right.
going on actually.
I like it. Alrighty, well,
Ooh.
So I just gotta fine tune the details of like actual side of the story when it comes to backseat.
ooh,
So
alrighty.
Mess up like or this background
Yeah.
music. all
Use
night
it
long.
as your like what is it? Inspiration for writing. Sometimes I do that.
Yeah, no.
Alrighty, guys. Hey, well, thanks so much here for hanging out. Hopefully, you enjoyed your first session. We got a majority of the work done. To be honest, for the characters, that's the hardest part and probably the most boring part. But now it's time to have some fun. Hope you guys have some fun with role playing. We'll keep doing that along with some fighting, but we need you guys to know your spells and things first before we do that. I'll try to help you guys out as much as possible, but I don't have that big of a brain. I can't remember everything.
I just need 2 more.
Hit it out. Yeah, no, seriously though, like throwing that out there, between both Troy and I, and maybe I say this out here, between Troy and I, if you guys got any questions or whatever, reach out through Discord, whether it's on the general or whatever. We will take care of you and make sure that it's explained and understood, and
Heck
you
yeah.
know what's working with that.
All right. Thanks, guys. That was a great session 0/1. Excited for session 1 officially.
exciting
thanks,
shit.
guys.
Thank you
Right.
guys.
Thank you two guys. Night.
Have a good evening.
I'm glad y'all got to see me.